then we got Adam.
I'm ready.
And we got Max.
Hey.
We got Sean.
Yes.
And we got Ted.
Yo.
And I'm proud to report I did not get anxious halfway through and think I was maybe going to forget Sean's name. And then subsequently Ted's name this time. I don't think the recording caught that last time, but it might have. I might have invited Craig right before that happened.
It's on there. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, that moment of you're like, oh fuck, am I gonna forget somebody's name who I've known for 2.5 years or something? Has it been more than that? I don't want to know.
I won't answer that question. It'll make you all mad.
Don't do that. Okay. Who wants to
It's
recap?
been 85 years.
Oh shit, it was pre-COVID. That's bad. Hold on, was it pre-COVID? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah.
It's the year of our Lord 2025 going on 2026. Oh no. Okay, well, who wants to recap what happened last time?
While you mentally recover.
Yeah, I need a moment. I'm gonna get some trail mix.
We performed a ritual to kind of tweak the plot a little bit of Excalibur, and now we have cool sword.
Knife.
Technically, it's a big.
It's a knife
It's
now.
a big hunting knife.
And my notes are still opening because we got a bunch of new clues for the next stuff coming up.
Yep, we started our case. Case 4.
Awkward opened a vision that was there were so many visuals occurring that I had trouble taking notes on it. Doug, do you have did you get good notes on your vision?
What a dumb question to ask.
Are they scrawled sideways in the margin of a different campaign's notebook?
They're in one of the 3 notebooks on my desk right now.
Sure.
They are not connected to any other notes I've taken for this entire
scrawled
campaign.
backwards only in the footer.
Yeah. They do exist, however.
Uh-huh. I can help with that if necessary.
Okay. I would love to get some bullet points.
Essentially, Awkward was in a vision sitting across the table instead of from either a twin or a, something that was analogous to him. It looked like his older brother, much larger than him, wearing a suit, and the older brother here gestured to the vision, which for the first time took place kind of on a screen within the vision. It was essentially of a bunch of houses burning down. Though there were a few clues, like everyone inside was lost. Dogs 2 was one that I think stuck with Awkward. At the end of it, the figure in his dream essentially said, we can't let them die. Gather your friends up, get to work. And then told him he was going to need to burn something down today. And then he woke up.
Okay. And then we got information about like a newly built neighborhood that is still kind of in development that appears to be haunted by poltergeists.
First, Awkward tried and desperately failed to do an arson.
Oh,
for like a while.
Right.
Yeah. So Awkward knows the target, but he's gonna have to come back and do the whole song and dance tonight. And that was followed up then by him asking Amros for help, secretly.
Yes. Some secret shenanigans for felony crimes. Yeah.
And Amros, I remember Amros tried to set something up. And then a teleportation oopsie occurred due
Mhm.
to a failed roll. And Awkward went MIA for about an hour before reappearing in the hotel room. And this was all before the new shit even started. That was just like first 2
That was
hours
before the
of the
sun was
morning.
up, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things were already going good for everyone.
Um. But in the Baywinds community, we learned that the houses each appear to have like a poltergeist in them. We had some success in beginning like banishments of them, but if I remember right, at the end we discovered that like these were not like permanent banishments. Like the spirits, the malicious forces returned after a small amount of time.
Yep.
So we've been doing a little bit of poking around. We've learned about we've kind of learned that Drew Hawthorne is an authority figure around here who's funding us. He's got his buddy Andrew who OD'd a little while ago, but was also really beloved in the community, or well known anyway. Um, but I think that's about the social information we've got so far. That's the context we have.
Yeah, there was the Bay Winds, though it Drew a couple times referred to it as the Thistle Winds, as if that was like a thing that was in the process of happening, right? Like
Right.
renaming it in honor of his friend, but hadn't quite stuck yet. The most pertinent information was that the place itself broke ground like 2.5 years ago,
Hmm.
and that it everything like essentially went, according to Drew, went like remarkably well for getting a place this big with this many houses, this many moving pieces off the ground. He
They did
essentially
check,
gave
and
you
it's not on a burial ground.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you threw some options at
I
him,
feel
and he's like,
important.
"Yeah, we've asked a priest, we've asked like a couple things. I've looked it up. There's nothing that's would seem to be wrong with it." The other social things is that it's just a known thing that has been happening, that small misfortunes are occurring, but that are kind of escalating in violence and, you know, straining the credulity of, oh, this many accidents can happen in this one place. Uh, let's see. I think that's pretty much all of it. Ted got an important clue at the end due to his role. I believe, was it Jessica Jones? Yeah, it's Jessica Jones entry. Do you remember what it was, Ted?
Hold on, let me see if my notes have it. Okay, let's be real. Let me see if I actually remembered to take notes last time. I do have notes for this game. Cannot guarantee that I have new ones.
Now that you're in investigation, you have some moves for it.
Yep, I sure don't. My last monster of the week is Lady in the Lake notes, and that was the last
Okay.
mystery.
Yeah, you saw a picture that was of the kind of like, it was clearly some kind of celebration of the breaking ground of this place. There
Right.
was a number of families there, but prominent in that was Andrew as well.
Yes. Okay, I do remember that now.
Yeah. And I think you took a picture of it with
I
your
did,
phone.
'cause I
Yes, we
didn't
took
wanna
a photo
Yeah.
of the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't want to steal their picture off the wall. That felt sort of gauche.
Yeah. Another thing that Awkward picked up, because Awkward had happened to be in the library looking into family history a little bit, is that the Hawthorns are one of the founding families, similar to the Edwards. I think Awkward had kept that to himself, but Awkward clocked that at the diner when Hawthorne introduced himself. So, Doug, you got that in the hopper for whenever you feel like doing the awkward thing and blurting it out.
Wow,
Fair.
just call him out like that.
Look, he got me first.
So fair.
Okay. Deb, you have spent the last couple days getting the van ready. It's probably approaching 1 or 2 in the afternoon by the time all of you had just left a house. Were moving to the next house and then turned back and saw that the previous houses were reinfested with whatever this malicious angry, mostly the most way I've described it so far is angry and filled with wrath. Deb, for your part, you've seen all of the text exchanges and have a loose idea of what they're up to. Although I should first ask, what do all of you do? We ended with kind of, a pretty big revelation, which is that like the exorcism did not take, it was temporary. And you're staring at, and well, I should say Awkward is looking at an entire neighborhood of infestations like this.
If it's if a banishment isn't working, then we have to try either a different ritual or a different process entirely.
What if there's like a part to all of this? Right? A central source? Maybe if it exists, we can excise that.
I think so. I think that it makes more sense that this is more like a colony, like a mycellular colony, if it's just regrowing after part of it's getting cut away.
Oh, you get service here. I have like 1 bar.
Yeah, or we're just
You-
operating under the wrong suppositions to begin with. We may not have as much a handle on this as we think we got.
No, I'm just shooting in the dark.
Mhm.
Hey Deb, I'm gonna ask a question real
Right.
quick.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have a means of knowing where where your friends are and being able to keep tabs on them?
How dare you, sir?
Mm-hmm. If you would, you are free to pull up to the curb at this moment.
No, I think
Okay.
you're right. I think I will answer your question by simply saying I will not pull up to the curb in this moment.
Okay, very well. Yeah. That's look, it's an important question.
Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption.
We've been in 1 house, correct?
2.
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
Do we want
And-
to? How many houses in general?
Hold on, I've got the exact number. There are 24 houses.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
Yeah,
like a
it's-
cul-de-sac.
No. Well,
Cul-de-sac
the
of
problem
rich
with
people.
the problem is, yeah, it's very spread out, right? If you've ever been to like the kind of new rich people like neighborhoods where it's like one small McMansion every like, 100 feet on its own lot, and usually it's not built like a cul-de-sac. There's like hills and shit. Especially, that might just be a Midwest thing now that it's occurring to me, but it's fine.
Well, 2 down. 22-ish to go. Should we visit more houses, see what else we can uncover, or maybe a different approach?
I definitely think we need to change our approach.
Yeah, I agree with Awkward on this one. I still can't get past the fact that the brother the developer's brother. He was, I mean, he's here in the picture. I point at my phone. And died. Maybe that's maybe. Nah, but why how's one ghost gonna inhabit 20 some odd houses? That don't make no sense.
And it's the same spirit, do we think, or a colony of spirits?
Well,
I'm leaning
thinking.
towards one spirit because it's not speaking with many voices. It's speaking with just one voice.
But if it was just one, then cleansing one house should have cleared them all, surely. Or are you thinking maybe it's like laying a spell on them, and we're just breaking one spell, and then it's just putting the spell right back on?
I think maybe it's not like the physical body of the spirit, but its influence, and we just interrupted its influence of which it could exert again.
Okay, so like the latter version. Got it. Right. We need to look more into the root cause than the symptoms. We know the symptoms are haunting houses and hurting people here in these houses, right? We've had reports of injuries, I think.
Like things falling on people. Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
All right.
I wonder if there's a way that we can like trace any specific like in Ghostbusters, like ectoplasmic trails or whatever, right? Like if there's ways that we can find the neural path that these things are all connected to, because if it's all speaking with like one crazy voice, something's telling me that like even if it's a bunch of small things, it still has one intention, and that might not be by complacency, I guess, maybe. I think
Yeah,
if we I think we could, if we can grab the tail of this animal, we can find the head.
And are you thinking that these houses are the tail then?
I think they're the boxes that the animal's in. Something about this development, because this is a neighborhood, right? And they've only just recently started experiencing hauntings, and it's so new. Whatever thing here is perturbed is young. Or at least new to this place.
Do we know what was
Yeah,
here before this place went in? Before this neighborhood? Like, what was this thing? What was this land?
Indian burial ground, I think.
I'll text
Word.
Drew. I'll ask that question. What was here before?
Awkward.
We did
From your
deliberately ask if it was an Indian burial ground, and they said
Yeah.
no.
Awkward. From your memories of childhood, this place was just kind of open. Like there might have been a park here, but it's one of those parks that like has a hill for sledding, you know. But there's not much. Like there's not really anything big that was here. Drew says that it was just land, kind of. Well, he says,
Undeveloped land.
yeah, undeveloped land that was property of the city, and that he bought it from the city.
That checks.
Deb, do you text them to let them know that the car is ready, or that you are ready, I should say?
No, I think for this past week, Deb has been doing a lot of bike riding, probably riding back out into the woods to salvage pieces from the van.
Yeah.
Right,
Just
and
soul
has
searching.
just spent a lot of time in the garage putting the baby
Yeah.
back together, and at Pet Boys or Track Auto or AutoZone or whatever, and so it is basically taking this opportunity to be like they'll reach out when they need me. Like things, if things reach critical mass, I'm sure I'll hear about it.
Got it. Okay.
I don't remember if we ever asked what happened here. And if not, then I would like to investigate a mystery.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'll do that.
It's a valid question to do in light of, right? Because sometimes an answer won't be available until other information is gleaned, right? And then once you get it, then you're like, oh, now I can ask a more informed question.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. Hey. Ooh, an
Okay.
attempt. Oh, just hold two. Damn it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
So
start with what happened here.
what happened here? From what you can tell, it looks like, so the simplest explanation for what happened here is something split a soul into 24 pieces, and there are 24 pieces of a soul locked to each individual house.
God, my haunted tree theory cut down to make the lumber was cool, but it's sad that it's not accurate.
Can
And
I
mean, it's
my
pretty
choice of
close,
language
though.
there, my choice of language there is to be more specific. You asked what happened. Something cut a soul into 24 pieces.
Okay. I will then ask what is being concealed.
You get the sense that what is being concealed, at the moment, you don't have a way necessarily of figuring out exactly, right? But what I'll give you is what is being concealed is the for what purpose question, right? The this whatever this is, it's some kind of working, and the answer is why, and that is being concealed to you from you, I should say, because the souls themselves are, or rather, the soul itself is really what's being concealed. It looks like there's something that is designed to suppress it, but that begs the question of why.
Yeah, I'll just kind of turn to everyone. Like, I'm able to probe deeper, but I'm not getting much. But I can definitively say it's just one spirit. But something specifically split it into each of these houses. How, what, or why, I have no idea.
Okay, so we can try to bring it all back together and then banish the whole thing.
Or maybe once it's all back together, it don't even need to be banished. Maybe then it can finally pass on its own. But yeah, I mean, getting it back together, yeah. That. Oh boy.
Do we think we might be able to get a hold of one of these fragments? Might be something like a compass to help us find the others.
Yeah, I think if hold on, let me text Deb. And I'm gonna text Deb and ask if you could pick up a glass jar and a couple of other things from the hardware store and meet us over here.
Yeah, no problem.
Cody, can I roll to see if I have a glass jar?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Sharp.
One of these days, I'm gonna call like you have the most breakable shit in your bag, and you fall, and there's just the sound of shattering and destruction.
It's at home.
This is the answer for a lower than a 10 is it's in your fucking spare room, your second room.
You know what'd
Big
be
jar
funny?
right there on the pillow.
You know what would be funny is if I'm like, oh, I have a glass jar. I take my backpack off and throw it on the ground, and you hear a crash, and be like, never mind. And you slowly
I had
put
a
my
glass
backpack
jar.
back on.
I had a glass jar, or it's just already crushed because you tripped today.
That's really fucking good though. I got a glass jar. Hold on. Yeah, never mind.
I don't have a glass jar. So yeah, Deb, do you answer the call?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
in this case, the text,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
metaphorical call.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to that strip mall with the hardware store and the auto zone half dozen times already this week. What's one more
Yeah.
time? I'll go pick some stuff up and meet up with the crew.
Hell yeah.
Can
All
I?
right. Deb, that'll take you about probably going out there. If you're driving the speed limit, maybe 20 minutes.
At what point? My only question is: at what point during this process does Omeros just appear in the passenger seat?
Well, yeah, good question, Amaros.
I actually did want to teleport to Deb.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Um,
so
We knew.
immediately, like within
Yeah.
seconds.
I did want to teleport to Deb, but I want to teleport to Deb to be like, hey, while you're out, do you think you can pick up some granola or trail mix?
Amazing, amazing.
So you teleport while Deb is like in the garage, about to get into the. Suddenly leaning on the the window is open. You're leaning on the windows.
Oh, sorry, I'm yelling at my dog.
And do you just immediately blip away?
Well, not immediately. I check to see if she can, right?
Yeah, Deb is getting in the car. Deb has just closed the car door. The garage door is going up behind both of you.
I will say that Deb is nonplussed at Omeros's appearance, agrees to the request immediately, and is nonplussed when he immediately disappears.
Yeah.
There's just a brief moment where Amros is like waiting for something, like so.
Yeah, just say we're doing a lot of walking right now, and I think people are going to start getting hangry.
Don't worry, hon. I'll bring some snacks.
All right. See you soon.
Yeah.
Like all of this before the garage door is fully open.
Yeah.
All right. So crew at the site. What do you do while you're waiting for Deb?
I want to text Drew and ask where his buddy was buried.
Okay. Yeah, he first sends why?
And I text back so we can maybe go talk to him.
There is a long pause. And he says he has a plot out at a cemetery. You'd know there's a couple of cemeteries in town. One is nearish by, it's probably over here. But that he was cremated.
Okay. I think marked ground is good enough, and if his body isn't there, what I want to do is I want to text Deb and tell her to put some dirt from that plot into the glass jar before she comes over.
Yeah. Deb, you have probably driven by it and know it's not really a public graveyard. But there's enough people there that at this point you've driven by it and seen it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just be sure to pick up some flowers while I'm out so I can leave them on
Yeah.
whatever grave is nearby so it looks like I'm there for an actual purpose.
Hell
So
yeah.
this
This
will
is why I sent
probably-
you.
Yeah, you got to send a pro. This is so Deb. This will take another probably. You aren't for sure. I'll say it takes another probably 15-ish minutes.
Mhm.
Mostly because you don't really want to power walk through a cemetery for all the
Mhm.
reasons you are talking. Cemeteries are a place that if you are moving quickly, you're immediately conspicuous.
Mhm.
So you kind of have to mosey a little bit while, especially trying to look around, right? So you're not going exactly to what you're like to where you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird for Deb. She's more used to putting things in graveyards than taking things
Right,
out, but
yeah.
whatever, like, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like Dewey Decimal System for graveyards, though that would make your life easier. So yeah, you do eventually find what you're looking for. There is a pretty elaborate like gravestone, especially like you get the sense like, okay, this is one of those like a lot. It's not a mausoleum, but it's big enough that several plots nearby would have had to be bought so that
Okay.
nobody else's like space was near here, right? But yeah, you get the dirt. It takes about another 15 minutes, like I said.
Yeah,
That
no
means
problem.
we've got about 35 minutes of you guys hanging. Where do you guys like go, right? Because you were in the process of walking to another house. The things near to you are two other houses, and then you're not actually very far away from where you parked, which was near a playground.
I have a little craft project I have to start on, so I'll let other people
Sure.
do shit for a minute.
I'll go through the list then. We'll start with anything you do in awkward.
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. Then my suggestion, because I love the mental image, is you just placidly swinging on a swing set, just staring at the ground, sunglasses on.
I guess I could like from time to time while doing that, just like check in with the ghost and like
Yeah,
at one
just get
time like
screamed
fall
at.
out of the thing while it screams at me.
Yeah, you keep seeing awkward get jump scared out of the swing. Okay, Cam, anything you want to do?
I mean, Cam will keep looking around, trying to
Yeah.
figure out. Like, we know something is in common for the 24 houses to allow for this to happen. So,
Any kind of role you want to employ on that?
I mean, I guess I'll investigate a mystery, but let's be real, this is not my strong suit. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's about right.
Okay.
Take that experience.
Hell yeah, I get to write that down.
Good luck, everyone.
That's a hard move for your boy. Okay, yeah, you I think you're at this point like this is a space weirdly where you would probably ask for a dossier, right? And
Yep.
in lieu of that, you're kind of feeling the gap a little bit. Being like, I can't I
It's
don't
all
got
good,
anything
Cam.
for
You know how
this.
to do this. Just look around. You'll find something. You'll find something. I mean, 24 houses. What can be so in common with 24? Wow, these all have the same exact shape. Huh. I wonder if these were all put up by the same. Yeah, no, they were definitely put up by the same builder, Cam. What you do? What are you talking about? Of course they were.
Yeah, you're like looking at the brickwork and you're like, well, the bricks are like there's clearly some aesthetic difference between them, even though they're kind of samey, right? But there's nothing strongly that looks like it's the same for all of them, other than like you said, they're put up by the same person. So there's clearly like the mark of, the developer doing a mass job, right?
Yep. At some point, Cam completely loses track of the fact that they're like investigating and is instead
Yeah.
inspecting.
Yeah,
Somebody
you're just
calls
like
this shit here flush. This is ridiculous.
you're
How
like
much are these houses going? How much for this shit?
you got a little mud on your knees because you've like bent down to like look underneath at some of the like exposed pipe underneath one of them to try to look at the foundation.
Look at this stuck. You can see the chicken wire rat in this stucco. This needs to be redone. This is missing a cap. This is ridiculous.
Ted, do you have some real complaints you're letting out?
You good?
No, for
I
some
can
reason the
open the
algorithm
space.
has given me a guy who does home inspections in Gilbert, where my sister-in-law lives, which is a whole
Yeah.
story
Hell
we don't need to get
yeah.
into. And they're actually kind of
Wait, Gilbert,
amazing. Like,
Arizona?
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's where I think we've discussed this before, but that's where all of Jess's family lives.
yeah, we
Yeah.
sure have.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I've watched a lot of home inspection videos because it is ridiculous what fresh hell builders will tell you is a completed home.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go with Amoros.
Oh boy. 1
The
a.m.
swing
on
set
a
looks
Tuesday.
kind of fun. It's been a while since you were on a swing set.
Uh, yeah. I'll swing. I'll saddle
Yeah.
up next to Awkward.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're clearly on the taller of the two, right? Like there's the tall one, the shorter one, and then the one for like babies. So you're in the tall one while while Awkward's in the small one.
it's I was just gonna go whatever one
Um,
he's in. I'll go to the same ones. You know,
No,
if
that's
he's
what I'm
in.
saying. In a swing, in like the swing set at like parks, there's like 3 different heights. There's like
Yeah,
one of the swings is for babies, one of them is for like slightly taller, and one of them is slightly smaller.
yeah. I mean, if Awkward's in the small ones, I'll attempt to fit into the small one. You know, you ever been like big kid at a
Yeah,
swing? Yeah,
just sort of scraping your feet along the ground,
yeah. You're just like squeezing. You know.
leaving furrows in the wood chips below you as your knees are going back and forth. Okay. Uh Deb, I think at this point you've gotten everything that was requested of you. You've gotten the snacks, you've gotten
Mhm.
some grave dirt, standard stuff. Normal morning, or
Mhm.
rather normal early afternoon. And you can show up at this point, assuming they've given you like directions to where they are. They are kind of right in front of a parking lot where you could see both. I think Cam only took the car, and Harlow's car.
Okay. Yeah, I will pull up, uh, offer granola, Uncrustables, and Capri Suns to anybody that wants them.
Fuck yeah.
Incredible.
I'm not sure what you want with this glass jar filled with graveyard dirt, but got that as well.
Oh yeah. I'll hold up my hands for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Um, I have in front of me a few things from my bag. A few of the like smaller glass bottles and jars have been pulled out and are opened. They all do contain like a small um, the ones that are here have a small amount of dirt in them already, actually. But they also have like a set of matches um, in each one, but he's sort of like fishing the matches out of out of several of these, and then like dumping the dirt out, and then like saving the now empty jars for later. Uh, um, and uh, he's gonna take jar of graveyard dirt, and sort of like start while holding it, swirl it around, and begin to incant. And I'm gonna go over to Omeros, and hold out the jar to him and say,
I'm sorry, what did you ask?
What was that last part?
"Spit."
Yeah, I washed some granola down with a Capri Sun and I
Yes.
spit.
Hell yeah. All right. So we've got earth and water, and I'll continue to incant. I'll start ringing the bell, like my bell as well.
Mhm.
And then I will strike several of these matches and let them smoke into the jar. And I have a spell. I'm going to try to talk to the spirit if like going to try to like connect to the entity of what's his name? What's his name? Uh,
And
Drew. Wait, hold on.
Andrew Thistle.
Andrew Thistle. Yes.
and just to be clear, our contact is
So there was a thing you said earlier. I didn't correct it in the moment, but they were business partners and best friends.
yes,
Drew Hawthorne
Drew
is
Hawthorne.
your it's H-A. It's because I named things stupid. It's Harthorne. Hawthorne.
Harthorn.
Harthorne, yes.
Yeah.
And then it was his like best friend and business partner.
And they both have the name Andrew, technically.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what was confusing me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I my stutter just now was me looking at my notes and
Mhm.
assuming I must have taken them down wrong.
Yeah. No.
No, I remember
it's an
raising this
Andrew
issue
and
last
Drew.
time. Like, hold on, something.
Yeah.
And what is and the last name on Andrew is this is gonna be like
Thistle.
my one note. Yeah, he's the Thistle. Okay,
Yep.
and it's just
Uh,
Thistle.
Yeah, and according to Drew, when you asked a little bit about him, I believe, or somehow the information was gleaned, that he left, made a bunch of money doing something in, he said, New York, and then came back, and had only recently kind of come back. Recently meaning last, 5 to 7-ish years. So, are you doing a roll for? I assume use magic.
Yes. I was just waiting for your call. Give me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I like that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, so what it is a jar of soil, basically, right? That you've been working on, right?
Right. That has been imbued with like the marker of his significance of his
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Let's see. I actually printed this shit out so I can look at it quickly, and then proceeded to not be able to look at it quickly. Okay. Let's see. All right. So the glitch, don't worry about it.
Yep.
Not immediately visible to you. But you feel the like soil in it vibrating, right? And when you like inspect it, you inspect the left, inspect the right, kind of move it around a little bit. When you lift it up to look at the bottom, there is a very clear the circular bottom of this jar, like the dirt has formed into a very clear circle, and in the center of that circle is what looks absolutely like a compass made of dirt inside of dirt, like a different textured dirt, right?
Yeah.
And it is pointed in a direction.
Hell
From where
yeah.
from where you guys are, which is here, it's pointed in this direction. So like over, not towards the, basically opposite of where Highboard is from you, which is north, and the entrance to it is over here, right? It's pointed down like over here somewhere. at least directionally, right?
Can you give our point of origin again?
You are at
Okay.
this
Oh yeah,
point
yeah,
up here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can help with this by actually moving you all there. Now that you're there.
Do we want to follow this, or do we want what do we want to do with this information?
We
It's
should
kind of our only lead. I don't see why I wouldn't follow it.
Mm-hmm.
agree. We should explore every option until we have a better understanding.
Yeah, do you start on foot, I assume?
Maybe, but maybe like once we get to the edge of like the neighborhood, we might it might be prudent to get into a vehicle.
Yeah, because Harlow, I think per the things to stipulate here is you have to keep making contact with the jar for the spell to continue, right?
Yeah, I'm just
Uh,
holding it and swirling it
Right.
constantly.
2 hands better than 1 in this case, especially because you have to hold it up over your head to look at it. So you're like walking along, staring at it as you swish it. Yeah, it does take you. So this place is pretty big, right? It takes you a bit of walking, especially because you're not like following the roads, right? You're like walking through. There's no real fenced in backyards here, right? So you're just walking through people's like, the sort of promenade around their homes, walking around their homes. And at some point you do realize that the houses are now behind you and you're looking out at a field, and then beyond it is a road, and like one of the highways out further on. So do you trudge back to get in a vehicle?
I'll point out that it's possible that wherever this may lead us, it might take us to wherever Drew's ashes were buried, which would just confirm that the spirit isn't Drew Thistle.
Andrew Thistle.
Andrew Thistle, yes. uh, so we could potentially save time by staying in town or staying in the neighborhood here if that were true.
But we don't know that it is.
Right, yeah.
I say we just keep looking. Yeah, we keep following it. I mean, worst case scenario, we find out we wasted a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm. Or if we think
Best
there's
case
something else.
scenario. Sorry, go ahead. That was an unfinished thought.
Oh, I was just going to mention that if there's something else that we think we should be doing, maybe myself and someone else checks this out, and when we're done, I can reunite us all.
That's smart.
That is a handy ability. Yeah.
Do you mind if I take a closer look at that compass?
I hold it over your head
Yeah.
and keep swirling it.
Yeah, you could absolutely see the weird ass, like, it looks like just slightly denser packed, maybe like wet dirt, swirling around like a compass in there, like moving as Harlow like shifts a little bit, right? And you see the needle like in a compass similarly, right? Like sort of like twitches.
So I'm assuming I can see her. Magical influences. Do
Yeah.
I see any spiritual influences?
Uh, Interesting. So you mean like, yeah, actually, I think in this case that Harlow, your spell, the the goal was to establish a conceptual connection between this jar and the spirit of the man, right?
Yeah, I feel like psychic connection
Right.
is here. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think to you, number 1, yes, awkward, and number 2, it has a weird feeling of like kind of being you could see a tether, but the tether like terminates at the edge of the glass, right? So you can see like there's like clearly some essence of a spirit in there, but not very much. And it's
Okay.
tethered to something else like outside of it, but there's no like spiritual tether that you can see. Doesn't really work quite like that.
Yeah. So then my next question is, in order to try to attempt to confirm either the identity by like, hey, are the influences that I found compass, should I do a tune in or a sensitive?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
I
think
feel like either could honestly work.
I think in this case sensitive
Sensitive?
for
Okay, cool.
your current level of understanding. I think sensitive.
Are you
Okay.
trying to connect to the spirit in the jar?
Oh, that's a good question. I could try and talk to it.
Well, I don't think there's enough of it in the jar for you to speak with, right?
Hmm.
Let's go
Because
back to sensitive.
the spirit has not been conjured into a jar, but there now is a conceptual link between the soil
Like
in
a
the
magnet.
jar and like
Yeah. Yeah, because what I'm kind of like trying to bet on here is just by like, and by using sensitive, not the site, but listening into it and seeing if it's like the same scream or like a familiar voice kind of deal.
Sure. Yeah, hit
All
me.
right, where are you, sensitive? There it is. Oh, thank God.
Okay, interesting.
On a 10 or more, you gain a definite impression, a vision, tangible aura, overheard thought, etc. about something important.
Okay. What I will give you then to reward your weird cleverness here is it's a definite impression, and it does bring up more questions maybe than it directly answers, but it is that it is extremely similar. It feels extremely similar, but there is something fundamentally separate and different. You don't feel like it's tapping into the rage thing, right? But they feel like they could be the same thing.
I'm not against us splitting up and then rejoining, but kind of feels like we're on the right track here.
All right. I'll take that.
So, what's the play
Hey,
here, gang?
Are we
does
allowed
anybody?
back in the minivan?
Go ahead, Cam.
Oh, I was just gonna. Does anybody remember? Did we ever learn what happened to Andrew? Like, not to be
Yeah.
horrible, but like how he died, what happened?
Yeah. He overdosed on cocaine.
Huh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's like the official report.
Well, I believe that we were told that he had a habit and it maybe just got the better of him, is as it was described to us.
Yeah, Drew essentially said that he probably picked up the habit doing whatever he was doing business wise in the city.
Am I
And
am I imagining that it was mentioned that he had like 4 heart attacks before he actually died?
I think you are imagining it.
Okay, I don't know where that clue may
No,
sorry.
the closest that there was is that he wasn't particularly healthy dude, is kind of what Drew and what I believe I might be conflate. It was somehow conveyed that he wasn't a super anyway. At some point, that was conveyed.
Okay.
So that might have been where the conflation occurred, but
Yeah, that's just a very that just seemed very extreme.
yeah. No, it was one of those things where it happened and like everybody it was shocking because everybody maybe kind of assumed it would be a heart attack or something, right? Because like he wasn't a very healthy dude. He lived, like shit. Uh, yeah. So, what's the split like?
I,
It sounds
I
like
think we're
there's
gonna
no split.
stick together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they allowed back in the van, Deb?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
it's got
no
that
ill
new
will.
car
Hooray!
smell. What is the air freshener in there like, Deb?
Yeah, I think just a simple pine tree hanging from the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Otherwise, like it. Otherwise, I think it smells like complete because you knew that it kind of started to smell like shit, both from the cigarettes, from the fear sweat, from the fucking like forest dirt that was
Oh
just
no,
tracked
the
in,
carpets and
the
upholstery has all been ripped out and
yeah.
replaced.
Yeah. So I think it just smells completely sterile, right?
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
pine scent, yeah.
I mean, carpets replaced, upholstery replaced, ceiling liner replaced, the whole nine.
Yeah, the usual.
Yeah.
The usual.
Well, I mean,
So
I've had worse in this van, that's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, the special. Give me the number
Yeah.
16.
Okay, yeah, you all pile back into the van. I assume that Harlow gets shotgun this time, since Harlow's got the navigation.
I can also sit in the back and just say
well,
turn left.
I will also follow in my car because I don't think we need to leave two vehicles at the.
That's fair. That's fair. I think you can if you want to. You can see there's nobody else parked here, right? It's crazy to have a parking. At the time I even mentioned it's wild to have a parking lot at your neighborhood because your neighborhood is so big that people have to drive from their homes to get there and don't want to walk. So yeah, Cam, you want to go like separate?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to follow it just
Yeah.
just in case we do need to split up later.
Anybody
This way
going
we
with
don't have
Cam?
to come back to Thistlewinds.
You still have this. This is your cage car?
No, this is just my
No.
regular car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the cage car still have the sword Excalibur in it?
No, that got turned into the knife that is currently.
Okay.
Cam's got a
Yeah.
knife.
Sick.
Probably had to buy a sheath from like Dick's Sporting Good.
Every sheath he puts on it, it just slices clean through.
I think it definitely does over time, right? Like it's a friction thing where it's just constantly wearing out the edge. Every time there's a little bit of movement, that little bit of friction is like wearing on the very tip.
You got to be careful. Sudden movements with the blade, it cuts atoms. You're like slicing,
Yeah,
slicing through actual air.
It's the fucking Wonder Woman sword.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Harlow, you still have a lock on it, right? And your navigation, Deb, in this particular case, it moving you all roughly to where you are over here, kind of this space over here is a lot of suburbs, but also just like the remnants of back when there was a lot more logging stuff that happened here. There isn't a lot of industry. Like they've started to reclaim it a little bit for some like business buildings, like, but it's not really a foot traffic area. Most of that is on the other side of town, or is kind of up by where Thistlewind or Bay Coast Resorts and all of that is. But as you progress, you get to about here, when it takes you into what looks like a parking lot, although there isn't, like, there's some signs up around that say like coming soon, like, and then some real estate company, but the parking lot is like just looks like a parking lot, and you navigate into it and then realize, like, as you're going, that it is having you circle the parking lot, right? There's, in the middle of the parking lot, there is like a little like island that has like the trees and grass in it in sort of an elongated oval, and you realize that it's just having you circle the basically the parking lot. The compass just keeps swinging every time you get to the end. So what do you do?
Seems like we need to get under this parking lot.
Yeah. Or it's something in the parking lot, sort of like it's in the houses.
Peeking out the window, do I see any spiritual influences in the parking lot?
No, actually.
No on that. Wait, are you in the car with us? Either way, no on that one.
Do we have,
Yeah, I think at this
do we have
point you could have
walkies?
parked. Yeah, you probably would have walkie-talkies actually.
We
or
have
like
cell
have
phones.
Yeah, you have a phone open on speakerphone, just sitting in the cup hole.
Yeah, but a walkie's cool.
A walkie is cool.
Over.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, Amros has one of those $15. Actually, never mind. Amros got on Amazon and has like a $350 pair of walkie-talkies that is only sometimes used and is functionally no different from a regular walkie-talkie, other than it's bigger and has a longer antenna. But yeah, you can like as you like park, right? You park on one side or the other, it doesn't matter as you park. Needle is still like kind of spinning around now that you've stopped.
Okay, it's here-ish. I'll throw the glass jar on the ground and try to shatter it and see if I can like read anything out of the like fallen sand.
Yeah, I'm going to actually ask for another use magic roll here.
Hell yeah. Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh my.
I asked too much.
Yeah.
This dirt got tired.
Yeah, you throw the jar at the ground, and it does shatter. The dirt just scatters everywhere, all around your feet, right? And nothing seems to happen. The dirt doesn't move, it doesn't like vibrate, or it seems to have become inert the second it hit the asphalt.
Right.
Looking at it, is all the spiritual and magical influences gone?
Yep.
Then I'll just say, well, that was anticlimactic.
Well, he was already dead.
Using my weirdness, although not rolling weird, I would like to. I think it's
Coward.
investigate.
Well, you do got to roll a. I assume you don't have a move that lets you roll investigate a mystery yet. I don't know
What?
if there is such a move.
Wait,
No,
what?
so you want to investigate a mystery, right?
Yeah, just
Okay,
like
do
hand
it.
wave it, like, oh, it's him being weird.
Yeah, it's the way both you and Harlow do it, which is doing weird shit.
Yeah. And bam. Ah, thank God.
Well, at least it's not a 12 plus. Okay.
So close.
Yeah.
What happened here?
Interesting. So one of the things you can definitely tell is that some big working, and when I say working, I mean like capital W working, of magic happened here.
Creepy.
What is being concealed?
What is being concealed? Interesting. You realize that it's not necessarily what is being concealed, though it is concealed by what the ritual or whatever it is did, right? Which is that the reason why you're not seeing spirits or anything is because this area and the area around it is like magically dead. As in, like, you look around and there's nothing, right? so it look from the outside, right? You would look and be like, oh, right. Well, it looks like nothing's going on. Looks like there's no, but that nothing going on is deeper and far more conspicuous than it first looked, right? And whatever happened here must have just taken all of the magic out of this whole area. You're not sure how far it extends.
Okay, so I'm assuming some big magic happened here and used up all the magic in the surrounding area. This place is a dead zone. Might be how our guy got his spirit shattered.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it
Are
real
you
quick.
saying there was like a magical pocket here and it got paved over, and turned it into a parking lot?
I hate you so much.
Hmm. I like that song, so it's fine.
Yeah, me too.
Max, how fucking dare you?
I didn't write this fucking scene.
No, but you work towards
As
that.
he said, I hate this so fucking much. I leaned back in the chair with a smile on my face. I will throw it for a second to Cam or Deb. Is there anything you two are on the more mundane side of things?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Yeah, not at the
What about you, Deb? Okay. What about you? You didn't really do a ritual there so much as he threw a thing at the ground. So, like, I don't think that took up a lot of time.
Nah, it looked
Well,
like an accident, honestly.
yeah, while Awkward's doing the whole pull the glasses down and look really deeply and dissociate thing, what do you do?
I think I would also like to investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Hello. There we go. Oh,
I
okay.
love this. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. You are power leveling. I have
By the way, Max.
realized.
By the way, Max, should you ever choose to use it, you do still have a +1 from James.
Fuck.
My bad.
Yeah.
I think can I take that at this point, or do I have to call it ahead of time?
Usually we have to call it ahead of time.
All
Say
right,
in
I'll
this
just write
case
it down
it's
so I remember.
okay. Okay, if you want to stay by it. I don't mind if
Yes.
we, but I believe Jinx says you give somebody a +1 forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, so it's essentially working between the two of you. You can invoke it, right? And then yada yada.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Harlow, as you try to like open yourself up to it, right? The feeling you get is like both of your ears suddenly popping, right? As a spending so much of your time straining to hear to hear, like, metaphorically in this case, but like straining to hear the melody of how magic works, right? And you strain to like hear, and the complete null, the void, like causes both of your ears to pop and your head to swim a little. In that way, that like they describe like when you're in a room that's too quiet. Like there's the quietest room on earth and people can't stay in there because they start to like hear their blood moving through their veins.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, what do you do, gang? Harlow, how does Harlow respond to that sudden, like, whoa? What does he do?
Um. Um. I think he does just take a minute to like adjust his ears, and then
Mhm.
he very quietly starts walking backwards until he's no longer on the pavement.
Yeah. It definitely is better slightly off the pavement, although it doesn't seem to be a very clear demarcation line, right?
Yeah.
But it does
I'm just
seem
gonna go
better.
touch grass.
Yeah, you feel a little bit more centered. Everybody does see Harlow stagger for a second and then walk backwards until he can touch
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah.
Normal behavior.
I don't
Oh, I
say anything.
forgot
I
the
just sit down.
Harlow vomited in a pool last session.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That
going through it.
yeah, and then you just bailed on that, which was a good call probably, but there is still just puke now in the filter of that pool. There was only a teen around to witness. It's fine.
I checked to see if Harlow's okay. And I offer you some Capri Sun.
Oh, I'll take a Capri Sun. Uh, this place just seems very like not just empty, but vacuumous.
It has a strange feeling to it, yes.
And we're just in a parking lot for yeah, what's around us other than this parking lot?
Well, it
Yeah,
used to be paradise.
God damn it, Sean.
I want to say big. Can we get a clean take of you saying "Big Yellow Taxi" in Amros's voice?
Big yellow taxi.
There we go. Thank you. I needed that. Surrounding you is you see two signs. One is like that classic like Remax, right? That says like there's gonna be something here. The other
Okay, like a
one
coming soon.
says the other one says for sale. Like the lot is for sale.
All right, so we got a lot, an empty lot that's gonna be developed, and a new development.
Whoa. Made in Mother Crone.
Okay, yeah, that's not, I guess, entirely wrong, but we know that there's supposed to be 24 sections, right? Of the soul thing. I mean,
Right,
one for
right.
each of the house, plus whatever is tied to it here. Seems like it ain't a bit of the soul here.
Are
Hmm.
we we're way outside the neighborhood or still within the bounds of the neighborhood?
No, sorry. You have driven quite a ways away out past like into some of the less developed parts of Beeman Bay.
Okay, that's what I
Mostly
thought.
what was
I just want to make
yeah,
sure.
what was out here used to be a lot of like the manufacturing back when that was more of a thing, especially like logging
Little
used
bit
to be
more
huge here.
industrial park kind of shit.
Yeah, except at this point a lot of that shit is just removed, right? And people are taking them and figuring out what to do with. So there is like a neighborhood here and there.
Gotcha.
A
We've-
misguided shopping mall that nobody drives over here, so it's not really.
Do you think there's a connection between what was here and then perhaps what was where the neighborhood is? Maybe they're connected somehow.
Yeah, I think this and whatever started the development and whatever problems maybe Drew was having when he was alive or Andrew was having when he was alive are all connected to the like this spot.
I'm gonna look into it. I have a big hunch that his body's buried underneath the pavement. I'm gonna
I
sense
thought
it.
they
I
said
don't
he
Oh
know.
was
my gosh.
cremated. I figured maybe the cremation ashes ended up in some of the buildings, like literally putting yourself into your work.
I had a
Like
scene
you were
like
saying, Harlow, with the tree, but like with
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
literally him. But then we drove out here, and now I don't know. Like,
Let's see.
I gain a hazy impression of something important.
You were specifically looking to see is it just down there somewhere, right?
No, that was kind of a joke. I'm trying to like tune in, for lack of a better term, to like why this place is so important or what's the connection between the two. The joke was like his body's under there, and that's why it led us.
Yeah, the hazy impression you get. Interesting. uh, let's get real weird with it, right? The hazy impression, the kind of weird vision you get for a moment is of a tree, and then nothing.
Oh my god, haunted tree!
Oh my god!
Do I recognize the tree?
No. Uh, give me a. This is fun. Give
I
me
recognize the
a.
tree.
Give me a weird roll. We've done this before for you, trying to parse your fucking weirdness. So just give me a weird roll.
This is where I
Is that
fuck it
true?
up. Oh, 7!
We take sevens. We take them.
Yeah,
It's
you
probably
get the faint sound of something like mechanical. Not sure what it is though.
Huh.
Did he have any children?
No. Right? He,
Hmm.
he didn't have any family, they
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, Thistle specifically did not.
Sometimes these attachments carry through the generations. But the ashes in the buildings is quite good. I once fought a bruja that its blood had been worked into the mudwork of a village once. Very difficult to get rid of. Well, should I open the bag and have the demons devour the parking lot?
That
That
That's a
wasn't a
joke.
feels
demon
I'm
this
like
definitely
entire
not.
time.
We could start digging. Though,
into the asphalt.
well, this takes, preparation, but as to what end, I'm not sure what we will achieve. Though, if we do end up finding a bit of his remains, that could be useful in detecting where the others may be.
Can I use Occam's broadsword about this phenomenon of the
Yes.
magic vacuum?
Sure. It definitely. Let's see. What is the wording of Occam's broad? Yeah. Yeah. So it is definitely a weird phenomenon. But you do get a +1 forward to deal with the parking lot.
Yeah. I could hold a seance here after the sun goes down.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know
like
how well
that.
that worked because if it is his spirit, it's definitely not here, and I'm not seeing any other spiritual influences here. Um, I mean, it's not the worst idea, but like, I don't know how effective it'll be.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be super helpful.
But the jar did bring us here.
Mhm.
Lack of
Are any of these
magic and all.
buildings open?
Oh, there is no buildings here, right?
It's just a lot.
It's just
They're
the
just
sign
okay.
that says like
Oh,
there's gonna
yes.
be a thing here, right? That shit that's like no idea when, but sometimes those things are just up forever. It's like we bought it. There'd definitely be a shopping mall here.
I kind of feel like if we were to go to the county office, that we would find out that this was also owned by Andrew Thistle and probably by Drew. And that kind of makes me want to find out where all the rest of their holdings might be. Like where else might be tied to all of this?
Hey, I don't know if it works like this, but I want to try something.
Sure.
So I would like to tune into the monster and try to focus on this area. But what I'm looking for is if I tune in here, then that's going to answer something. But if I tune in and it does also happen to be here, then that might. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, so you're trying to tune in to the rage houses, basically.
The spirit that's powering the rage houses, yeah.
Yes, okay.
And
Go
seeing
ahead.
if there's a connection here.
We'll litigate how this works once we see how you roll.
Fingers crossed. Bah! Oh!
Woo!
Okay.
Too bad it does not
So,
have an advanced setting.
yeah. I gotta look at your character sheet.
Here, hold on, I can send it there. It's just questions.
Thank you. Okay, so go ahead and ask me a question.
Where is the creature right now?
Nice.
I
So
just need one.
the absolutely correct answer, right, is that the creature is, you get the sense, like, from here when you look, it almost looks like far in the distance is a roaring bonfire that you realize is just the community, right? The where all the houses are. But like cumulatively it is like a bonfire that you can kind of see in the distance at night, right? So that's where it
Yeah.
is. It's over at the houses.
So I'm getting nothing from here whatsoever.
Nope.
Okay, cool. I would like to hold the other two, please.
Okay.
Cody, could I act on almost a statement about encountering a similar kind
Sure.
of thing and use
Uh-huh.
my past lives magic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. It's I roll weird. Okay. I moved my window from one monitor to another, and it changed resolution, which meant that like my character sheet fills my entire screen, and I
Yeah,
cannot see what rolls.
it does that.
I don't know what
Okay.
it rolled.
It rolled a 12.
Stick.
Yeah, good
Okay.
shit.
10 or more. I get to ask. A 12. On a 12 or more, a past life knows exactly what
Well,
you're after.
did
I
you
asked the
advance
keeper.
this?
Oh, well, okay, no, I did not advance this. Sorry. So it's
Yeah,
just a 10 or more.
You can. This is also for everybody else. Because this is in place of the use magic, you can advance this so that you get a benefit on a 12. Your alternate weird shit.
Very cool.
So you can just
Okay,
ask me a
so
question.
yeah, ask the keeper 2 of the questions below. Okay. Okay, I have 2 questions then. What does a past life advise me to do now? And question 2 is, what important hidden secret can a past life show me the way to?
Interesting. So you recall a time when you spent probably the better part of 100 years working as not really working, but just being a scholar, right? In this particular iteration of you were driven to understand, to study, right? To simply watch. And with the benefit of time, uh you could travel around the countryside and just observe things, right? And this magical dead zone thing calls to you, like calls to your mind a similar ritual that essentially tells you the exact question. Uh, the first thing to answer then is it is very possible that the your past life advises you to figure out what this place was a power source for, right? Because your sense from having seen or observed something like this, usually it would be like, draining all of the life from a section of a forest, right? And you would stumble upon and be like, this is unnaturally dead and has remained dead. What happened here? And if you watched for long enough, you could begin to see, like, oh, there was magic that occurred here, and that magic, like, it used this place, right? It destroyed it in order to convert what it is into something else. So the first thing is to figure out, probably the advice would be, what was here before, right?
The
Because
past dictates the future.
right, if this was a forest, fine. If this something was, there had to be something here that was sufficiently powerful to do this, right? Because if you just did it in a section of, it wouldn't be powerful enough to do something like what you're seeing with the houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what would past advise you to do, and the hidden secret at a past life show you the way to. I think is that if this is not the secret that the past life tells you, I think. Let's see, how do I phrase this? If it is not simply the energy of this place as a bit of nature, as a bit of a field somewhere, right? Then something important was here. There's this being paved over like this that's the secret, right? Something was here and it was sufficiently important that its destruction gave the power necessary to do this thing, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I um I explained the long and short of that to everyone, talking about previous expanding on that, the previous encounters I had with things kind of in this vein. Mentioning that the past, whatever was here, is affecting us now. It could have been something powerful. It could have been someone powerful. I have ideas, though their validity is questionable. Esoteric explorations of what could be. The drawing of energy to void this place can do many things. I don't know if it's accurate, but we're dealing with someone who feels split and fractured. Perhaps they were achieving something akin to my existence and were injured in the process, their very essence. Maybe they attempted immortality to be split along the way. Just an idea.
Whoa.
But I think we're all on the right page here. We need to know what was here before.
Should be able to figure that out, right?
Well, now might be a good time to do that split up thing we talked about. Someone could go look up like town records to see what people
Cam, do you have
know.
friends in the the records office?
Do I come off to you as a guy who has a lot of friends?
Well, Awkward, you have lots of friends. We're your friends, of course.
You think I gave myself the name Awkward?
I don't know. I assumed you did.
We didn't.
Think of it as a not so friendly gift. Anyways, I have no friends in the town.
Well, perhaps Cam does. You mentioned looking there earlier, Cam. Do you know anybody in the records department? Ted is muted, maybe away, so Cam does not answer this.
Well, Deb has some friends on the force. Maybe they can help us.
Hmm.
Yeah. I can certainly ask, see what they know. Although I've got a better idea right now. We want as much information on Andrew Thistle as possible. Is that correct?
I think that's the direction we're leaning.
Sure.
Okay. I would like to. I mean, I do have a friend on the force. My man, the cocaine cop.
You certainly do.
Right, but in order to keep that friend on the force, I also sort of makes sense that I know a cocaine dealer.
Yeah, no, you absolutely do.
I'd like to call that cocaine dealer and ask him to tell me everything he knows about known cocaine addict Andrew Thistle.
Yeah, so you are looking because your level is probably enough to know like the dealer and like the two
Yeah.
uplines, right?
Right, no,
So
I
you're
mean,
looking for who
like
would have
my
been the dealer.
contact has to work down to get to this individual
Yeah.
person.
Sure, I like this. Okay.
I mean, I'm
Give
guessing
me
this is to manipulate someone to tell me everything they know about a former client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's popping off.
Yeah. I don't know why the name for the drug dealer popped into my head. But maybe it's revenge for Deadlands. You text Stinky Doug,
Yeah.
and Stinky Doug tells you that like Thistle didn't buy from him, but
Also,
Thistle
just
bought
to
from
point
one
out,
of the...
that's what happens when you shit on the GM like 5 minutes before game time, Doug.
Yeah, your IRL name gets used as Stinky later in the session.
I don't know.
You
I
know
was
what?
looking for. I was
You know
looking
what?
for.
In my
What?
headcanon, Stinky Doug is very successful. So fuck you guys.
Well, he's a
very
fairly
handsome and he's
Yeah.
shredded.
He's a fairly prolific drug dealer. He's doing good.
He's probably shredded because all he does is cocaine and doesn't eat.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he weighs 95 pounds and he's so hot.
Yeah, and he cuts that cocaine with creatine
But he stinks so bad.
just to
is
get
the thing.
absolute gains.
He stinks so bad because he's perpetually back from the gym.
Yeah, just a real sweat boy. That's right. Sorry. Hold on. I like
Very
this.
good.
That's Sweaty Doug.
Sweaty Doug.
Sweaty Doug. You've now convinced me. Reality has shifted. It was Stinky Doug, and Stinky magically transforms into Sweaty as the audience is watching text. They're like, what the fuck was that? Like, did they rewrite and forgot? I mean, they've done that before with like the names of established. I don't think there was a Dick's Sporting Goods until there was. And the Burger Barn's probably been like 4 different things. Yeah. Okay. The answer to your question is that he didn't sell to Thistle, but he definitely supplied the guy who did, who sees to some of the let's say affluent white folk in town who want these things. It's not a huge market in a place like here, but people carry their vices with them. Thistle is a really good example of that. That and the college kids get into it a little bit. I don't know. You're going off about Sweaty Doug being a racist. I don't. Relax.
You said he sells to affluent white kids. Does he not sell to brown kids?
Well, like, it's just that most of the people buying cocaine here are. I didn't even say affluent white kids, just affluent white folk.
Okay, fine. Okay, folk is where you take them
Yeah.
into.
Okay, what questions do you have, Deb? Now that the door is kind of opened, right?
Yeah, I want to know what sort of business he was in, known associates, if he was up to anything unusual by this individual's standards. I think those are the 3 things.
Yeah. You know that he was, from what this sweaty Douglas can give you.
Mhm.
It essentially is like, first off, he was classified as like the just rich guy, right?
Mhm.
So he thinks maybe real estate. Uh, he thinks maybe real estate, but he's not super sure. Other than like, it's real estate, but there's a feeling like he's probably just got money in the market or something. Like rich people shit.
Mhm.
Known associates would be that if he was seen with anybody, like in town. Usually, it was either by himself or it was with Drew. Like they were best buds.
Okay.
And what was your third question?
Did this guy know him to be into or see him do anything that he would classify as unusual or bizarre, or any behaviors that were showed up on this guy's radar screen?
Not really. Just seemed like, regular rich guy that would get like, difference being that big enough that he could have like stuff delivered to him.
Yeah.
So there's probably a pretty high degree of confidence that he wasn't that weird, or he wasn't keeping his weird at home, because that's the kind of shit that whoever was delivering would say, right?
Mhm.
Like, there's some fucking weird stuff in there.
Mhm.
Give me a charm roll quick.
Right.
Okay. On a 10 plus, there's a little bonus piece of information here that you gloss by it at first because it's kind of just in him telling you all about, this guy, right? But there's a piece that sticks out to you, and then when you reread it, you realize it's super important, which is that like Andrew he referred to him as a party buy, which just means that the dude only really buys for like various occasions, right? He's not a
Mhm.
regular. He doesn't buy very much. Party buy would have to mean, you would know, like, this would mean he must buy only occasionally and probably occasion, right?
That's strange. So he didn't buy that frequently?
You get back, no, not at all.
When he bought large quantities, as if he was throwing a party and wanted to provide this?
You get back, no, not even that.
Huh.
You get back, we charged him a lot because we could, and because he was willing to pay to have it delivered, but it was never very much, and it was never very often. Like, the only reason they even bothered, to incur the risk is because they could upcharge him, right?
Mhm.
Otherwise, they
Okay.
wouldn't have bothered because he's buying such a small amount that they would be like, yeah, fuck off.
Well, that is interesting. Thank you. I will relay that information to the group and add, not not saying he didn't die of an overdose, but you'd think if he was an addict, he'd be and had that access to cash, that he'd be buying a lot more cocaine.
I mean, to play devil's advocate here, there's a chance that he went to multiple dealers to hide his habit, but it's definitely smelling like a murder and a cover up his name, which would make a spirit very angry. The real question is, that's not enough to split a spirit. So how did he get both angry and split?
Do you think that, I mean, I think Cal or Cam Cam may be the closest onto something when she said something like being part of some of the fixtures of the homes in some way. Maybe it's not his ashes.
You're thinking like teeth.
Maybe it's not even
Oh, that's a horrible thought.
his. Maybe it's not even his like body at all. He didn't have any other like. He didn't have like a family, but did he have like? We haven't even like talked to any other friends of his.
That is true. I'd also.
We also haven't asked a lot of questions about, I mean, from other people's perspective, maybe, about what Andrew and Drew's relationship is like. Like, one thing I keep kind of coming back to is this weirdness of, like, I know it's silly, but, like, they have the same first name, and I know it's, like, a common name and shit, but, like, it's weird that two dudes who are, like, cosmically linked in some way have the same first name and are both, like, involved in a like literal physical plot dealing with a haunting, especially if it's like divided. Like is that not like a dot being am I connecting that dot erroneously?
No, there definitely does seem to be something else going on. I would actually really love to get a look at his autopsy. I guess I can. I don't want to go talk to Mort. I'm gonna have to talk to Mort. I don't want to talk to Mort. All right. Well, I don't know. What do you? Well, you were gonna. Do we want to try the seance? Do we want to try that back at the other place, or do we think that it's just like too broken up to get much out of it? What's
If Andrew's soul isn't the soul that is split up in the buildings, then we should try to talk to Andrew. But we'd have to find him, I think. Otherwise, we would just get the same kind of information that Awkward got, just the screaming rage.
Well,
Or
we have like 5 different places that we definitely need to go. However, I would really like to go back and attempt to talk to that ghost again.
in the houses.
In the houses, yes. Unfortunately, I can, although he can reach me here, I can't from here.
Okay, so we need to check city records to find out what was here, so we can investigate that further.
also
We
whoever does that should get whatever other holdings these two have. Make sure we're not overlooking a place,
Hmm.
or we just haven't found another haunting yet or something.
Mhm.
I can do that. I gotta go talk to Mort anyway. It's fine.
Or the
Okay.
mortician.
Mort is not a mortician.
So city records. Talk to the ghost in the house. A séance at the parking lot. Where else? It sounds like that's our start.
I'll go home and get my Ouija board.
All right. So what's the split like?
I'll stay with awkward to make sure that they're safe. I mean, you've been safe this whole time, but it's an angry ghost.
Yeah, I'm gonna be much more commanding, let's say, so I may incur the wrath of a ghost, so I should not be alone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got your back.
All right. Well, Harlow, sounds like you need to go back into the city, and your car's still at the other place. So, if you want to head in, then I'm heading in. Or Deb, you heading in? What are you up to?
I think she has a mouthful of granola.
Oh, I'm on mute. Yeah, I'm good either way. Almost awkward. If you two need a ride, I'm happy to help. Otherwise, I'll head back into town. See if I can't help out. Maybe get a hold of the autopsy report from the police.
Deb, do
You
you
definitely
think
get a
I
hold of
could?
that from Mort if it's gonna be a problem for you. That's one of the things I was going in for.
Oh,
I mean, we can both try.
yeah, no
Maybe the
worries.
police have. Actually, the scene, like maybe you can get like scene photos. I definitely can't get that from Mort.
Well, I'll see what I can find. But I guess the first question we need answered is almost an awkward. Do you two need a ride?
I mean, yeah, you could just drop us off.
Great. I'll hang out with you two and Cam and Harlow. I'll meet up with y'all later.
Right on.
Once
playing.
evening comes, we come back here for the seance.
Yeah, for reference, it's probably about 3 in the afternoon.
What do we think? 8 p.m., 9 p.m., midnight?
Probably like 10. Yeah.
Okay, so 10 o'clock here, we all meet.
Okay.
Deb, I was thinking if you're okay with it, maybe I could drive?
Mm.
That'd be swell, hon.
Amaros, I need to manipulate someone roll for this. Because, like, even though Deb might concede to it, that you still got to put some English on this. This is an ask.
Sure.
Someone deserves experience for what could happen just now.
Yeah.
I'd been considering taking the can roll my tough to manipulate instead of charm.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't really.
Heavy.
Yeah, I was like, I actually don't do like enough of that to make it really useful, and other people are good at it. I just thought it'd be fun, but that'd be so good if I had it here. Okay, manipulate. Okay, give me XP. Yes.
Oh my god.
You're gonna learn something today.
Yeah, I gotta.
I think it's
Yeah,
right.
it's
Isn't it
up
like
to
it's
the
Just cut to
hunter.
Yeah, it's up to
commercial.
the hunter.
Quote, it's up to the hunter to decide how badly they mark experience if they decide not to do what you asked. So Deb, Adam, you boss in your court.
Yeah, there's there's 2 beats, 3 beats, 4 beats of silence. And finally, Deb says, "Why don't you ride shotgun this time?"
I'd like that.
Deb, mark
I open the
experience.
door for him.
Close the
There's
door
like
for him.
there's like a moment like I like look at you opening the door. There's like a hesitation of like maybe I push the no, I get it.
Okay. So group, yeah, mark. Make sure to mark an experience, Deb.
hmm
So our groups then are. Remind me again. So we've got one group that is awkward, Amoros. Just remind me again.
I think it's awkward Omeros going to the haunted houses.
Okay.
And Deb's just like dropping us off, I believe.
Right.
Yep.
And then Deb and Cam are splitting off, right? Cam is going somewhere alone. Or is
No.
Deb going with Cam?
Harlow is with me heading
Yeah.
into town to hit Harlow's house.
Got it. Okay.
Talk to Mort.
Got it.
Get
Okay.
whatever else we need.
Okay, so you are heading into the house. Okay, so we'll follow along with the two of you since you're going directly to in town. So Harlow and Cam. Where's the first stop in town? I assume I guess directionally Harlow's house is first, right?
Yeah.
You're on the right
Yes.
side of things. Yeah. So yeah, stop by Harlow's house. Harlow, how many dream catchers are visible on the street?
None, because
Okay.
that's yeah. So it is an apartment complex, but you can
Mhm.
see like from the window that there is like things hanging from the
Yeah,
ceiling.
there's something in the window
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
warded. So it's just a matter of what it is.
Yeah. And upon like actually coming to the house itself, there is carved into the door frame a lot of sigils and such.
Mm-hmm.
That but he does just like have like a regular key that
Yeah.
like coming inside, it is not like it is small but full of like just hoarded stuff.
Yep.
There is a lot of photographs that are stuck to the walls and around like pictures and mirrors of Harlow over like years, and a lot of people like just like a lot of friends and like
Mm-hmm.
club group stuff like uh, there are like two cats wandering around. One is like thin and tiny, and like you only see his eyes every once in a while in the darkness.
In
And
the
then the other
dim, in
one
one of the corners, like under a like bookshelf.
yeah, and the other one is fluffy and sitting on the counter as we come in.
Mhm. Are they supposed to be on the counter?
I'm not gonna take her down. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell her she can't be there.
Yeah.
Um
That is not the correct question.
and like in the living space, there is in the like in the western corner of the room is a table that has a like tapestry and statues and like this altar that has been built and then painted onto the back wall, of which like there is a set of like well there is actually a deer's skull with its antlers set at the far back of this altar, and there's like candle drippings and shit everywhere. He goes to like this corner and like lifts up under the tablecloth and digs around like in a box, and I will pull out like an actual Ouija board, and then like a few other like spell component things for the evening.
Mhm. Okay. Anything else while we're at Harlow's place?
Do I need to grab anything else?
Remind me how old Harlow is.
He's like he's in his late 20s. He's like maybe early 30s. I don't remember what I actually put down. Did I
I
write
think
it
that's
down?
about right.
Yeah, I think I said like 32 or something like that.
Cam's looking at the pictures. That's all.
Yeah.
You've been
Yeah.
doing this a lot for a long time now. What
Yeah.
what really got you started in all this?
He looks at some of the photographs and like some of the older ones. Like you can see that he's got like he's changed his appearance quite a bit over the years. And like some of the younger ones where his hair is, like long and shaggy and his face is like a lot like rounder. He says when I was a kid, and when I got when I was taken, I started looking online for people who had experienced things like I had. And the only way to make sense of any of this world is by finding other people who can share that information and have similar stories to you. So I started looking online and in neighborhoods for people who had also experienced kidnap or the Fae or aliens or whatever. And um, I found that a lot of people came to Beeman Bay, or I mean, that people vanish from Beeman Bay, and I knew that if I was going to get any kinds of answers, um, being here where phenomenon happened was the only way to get any kind of study.
Okay. Just wondering. That's all. I just been thinking about our last case. Anyway, we should. If you got your stuff, we can get to Mort.
Yeah. I'll kiss my cats and then we can go.
Okay. Poppin. Hold on, I gotta respond to something. Okay. Going to the others real quick as you are arriving at back at Thistlewind, back at the parking. What do you do? What's the plan?
It's us, right? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it's our
tell
other team.
Jeb to drive around the neighborhood for a minute, and I'm gonna look for the house for my dream. Do I see a house that I
Okay.
recognize?
Give me a give me an I think investigate a mystery
Okay.
roll.
Um. But fuck.
Oh, I've got such a pile here.
That was
Yeah,
not the
you
time for
don't
that.
you don't see. Like it you realize like part of it is it's hard to hang on to individual images sometimes, especially when in this particular case you got a kind of a a view of a bunch of different houses, right? And also in that view it was more focused on the two firefighters than anything, right? There was a fire nearby, but it sort of zoomed in on the two of them. So yeah, you can't figure out what house. You know all of these houses eventually burn, but you
Yeah.
don't know what the primary house was, what the main house that began the vision is.
Okay. I'm assuming this answer is a no, but is there any house that sticks out as far as like an angry feeling or like an influence type of house?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. Then just randomly I'll tell her. Okay, here.
The only thing that actually sticks out, which is kind of not an investigative mystery thing, is there is one house that's bigger than the others, a second
Mhm.
that's almost as big, and then the rest are kind of all the same size. It's not that much bigger, but it is significantly bigger.
Actually, um nah, I'll save it for later. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just pick a random house and say here.
Yeah, I assume you approach the door,
Yeah,
or
might
you
as
try to
well.
talk from the street.
No, the closer the better.
Yeah, you knock on the door.
Wait,
I'm with
Seem to
him.
actually,
be
If he
what?
goes, I'm with you. Just so you know.
Yeah. What about you,
Wait,
Deb?
actually, I'm pretty sure I still have the keys to that one dude, right?
You still have Drew's spare keys. Yeah.
Cool.
Also, you still have 2 tune-in rolls that you've been holding, or 1, because you got a 10 plus, right?
Yeah, I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me actually hold on. Let me see if any of those matter right now. What's the point of who's going to? Let's go with who's it going to attack next?
Interesting.
Just as a blanket statement, while you're considering this, there's a 0% chance Deb is letting these two roam around the neighborhood
Yeah.
unescorted.
Mm,
What do you mean?
The most conspicuous fucking duo that there's
Right.
ever been.
What do you mean?
Fucking hoodie kid and robe guy. Yeah. Okay. Who's it going to attack next? I think you get the first vague inklings of what is beginning to rapidly build, that the conflagration that you witnessed in your vision, right? That the answer to what is it going to hurt next is everyone. This whole place will, and you can feel the beginning of like that tide rising, right? The fire intensifying.
Yeah.
It wasn't really there earlier today, right? But time has passed and it's getting worse.
Yeah, but like generally it does like attack one person at a time, right? Has it just given up on that and is now is like fuck it, everybody?
Well, the answer to like who is it going to attack next, the issue I think you end up having that question is that if you were focusing in on just this one house, right, then it's going to attack its occupant. If you're focusing at the group, they're all attacking their occupant or occupants, right?
Yeah, I guess the question is who's gonna strike first? Of the 24 pieces of its soul, which piece is gonna strike first?
Your search in that regard does take you back to probably one of the two. You're not sure which, but one of the two that you exercise. Because those seem a lot angrier.
Ooh, whoops. All right, cool. The first one we come across, then I'll say stop there.
Okay.
And I will knock on the door.
That same teen, you could see the like eyes peek over, door opens. What do you want?
You're in
Evans,
grave
man.
danger.
You puked in the pool. One of you
I didn't.
did.
It wasn't any of us.
And who's she?
This is Dad.
Oh, this is
Great.
Deb. She's great.
Okay. Am I required to let you back in again?
Only if you want to live.
That means that means nothing to me. What do you
Do you not understand the difference between life and death?
yeah, I guess. Like,
Which do you
but
prefer?
you're just some guy.
Of life and death, which do you prefer?
Life?
Okay, then let us in.
Is that a trick question? Are you gonna kill me?
What? I'm
Awkward.
not gonna kill you.
It
Do-
feels like you're threatening my
Do you
life.
do you mind if I give it a shot?
Go for it.
Hi, I'm Deb.
Give me a manipulate someone roll as we're having this conversation. Yeah, hi Deb.
My friends here are a little excitable, but they don't
Sure.
mean any harm.
They were already here, and it felt weird to let a bunch of strangers into my house once without my parents. Twice is feeling increasingly fucking crazy.
Well, the good news is that if you've already met them, then they're not strangers anymore.
That's not how. That's some Mr. Rogers bullshit. I don't know what. It- okay, okay. You can come in. One threatening my life can't. I get. Well,
Well,
you
here's
seem
how I'm going to
fine.
manipulate
Looks
them
at
in this
Amros.
moment.
Yeah.
Right? Well, if you think that those two are the biggest threat to your life, you've badly misread this situation. So I suggest you step out of the way, right? And by all means, call the police. In fact, I'll call them for you, and I'll call Wade. What the fuck's his name? Wade Odegaard, the cocaine cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cocaine cop.
Yeah, and just hand her the phone.
Yeah. You hear, let them in. Okay. Hands the phone to you, opens the door,
Now,
steps past the three of you and just sits on the porch. I'm just
I'll turn to Omer's and Awkward. I don't think we have much time.
I think that's fair. What I have to do probably shouldn't take that long, anyways. Yeah, I'll walk in. And there was when we went downstairs. Was it in this house that we?
in up here it was on the actually was it
I thought it was the basement.
it was the basement. Yeah, here
Yeah.
it was the basement.
And there was like a cold spot.
Yep.
Cool. I will head to said cold spot.
Yeah. It's there, except it's like the whole half of the basement.
Yeah. And forgive me because all I can think of right now is
Is what?
his actual name,
Whose actual name?
the ghost, or the alleged ghost.
Derek.
Oh,
It's Derek.
Andrew
it?
Thistle is who.
Andrew Thistle.
Not
Holy
Derek.
shit.
It had
Not
never
Derek.
been
Not Derek. We've zoomed
Not
in.
Derek.
Amros goes, Derek? No, not Derek.
Hey, I was calling
No.
the kid Devin. I don't know what his name is, but he is Devin. now.
Devin's fine. That's
Yeah.
a real Devin energy. Yeah.
Hey, while they go in, can I pop a squat next to Devin?
Yeah, real youth pastor. Just, hey there, champ.
Yeah, hey, honestly, he looks like he's having the time.
Yeah, you're gonna use your soothe roll, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or it just will happen if you're talking to him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk to him and kind of mellow this kid out. He's having a
Yeah.
rough day.
Deb, you're kind of watching the entrance, like yep. As Awkward runs into the basement. Awkward, what are you doing in the basement?
By the way, am I alone?
Well, I guess a good question, Deb. Do you follow Awkward down?
I follow awkward down.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because if she
Get out of
doesn't, I'd be
spot.
like, wait a minute. Whoa, hold on.
Yeah. Well, I think you get down to the bottom of the stairs and realize like Deb is looking around, right? You've bolted to somewhere and then you run back up the stairs and try to make it not look like you're running away. Like you run back up the and then heavily thump back down the stairs so that Deb knows where you went.
I'll run up to the top and be like, what are you, nuts? You can't leave me alone with a ghost?
Yeah, you run back down.
Yeah. So I am attempting to manipulate the monster, and I am going to say, Andrew Thistle, I know you've been murdered and you're mad about it, but I assure you, the path you're currently taking is someone that's only going to blame some some I'll just say ill-defined or unidentified ghost, and whatever you're trying to get through is not going to work. If you really want to destroy your murderers, then you will sit and you will talk to me.
Yeah. Give me that roll. Got
Holy
it.
shit.
Okay,
Also,
so
wait, hold on. Where's the creature now? And what was the other question I asked? Who is it going to attack next? I
yeah.
don't think those apply to this question, do they? Or to that manipulate someone.
I mean I guess the +1 would have, yeah, because it's ongoing, right? So because
Yeah.
that was relevant to get to here. So yeah, the +1
Okay.
is currently rolling.
So then that's an 11.
Yeah.
Although I don't think that.
So
Because
you
then
have
you're 12.
demanded you've demanded that it sit down and speak with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the feeling the overwhelming feeling you get is that you need to spill some blood. That's what it wants, and you got to give it what it wants.
Deb, do you have any weapons on you?
I look around the basement and seeing just the two of us. I'm like, excuse me?
I should be clear. Something sharp.
What do you need something sharp for, hon?
To bleed.
Does it have to be your blood?
I turn to the ghost. I don't say anything. I just want to see if it recognizes her question.
No.
Does it have to be
There's
mine?
Does it have to be fresh?
you get no response to asking a follow-up question. And the feeling you get is the request was perfectly clear.
Probably.
All right, well, let's find out for sure. And there's a beat where I'm looking up the stairs, thinking about that punk kid who tried to keep us out of the house.
Oh my god.
And then I pull out my knife and I cut my own hand. Let's just see if this works.
Is that good enough?
There is no response.
I'll stick my hand out and then I'll turn my head away.
I'll do my best just to prick a fingertip and squeeze the tip of the finger, drop a couple bits of blood.
Doesn't seem to work. Awkward.
More.
All right. Do me a favor and I'll take off my purse and put the purse strap in his mouth. Bite down on this. It's going to be on the count of 3. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
1, and I slice his hand.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
That's one harm to your hand. Awkward.
Motherfucker.
As your hand begins to bleed, drops falling onto the sort of off-white carpet.
He screams obscenities into the purse band, and then we'll squeeze his hand to make sure that drops fall on the basement.
Uh-huh.
Thinking
The
that's going to be hard to explain later.
the feeling you get shifted from an expectant silence to a waiting silence. Still
um,
filled with rage, still with the volume far too high. But you've done what's required to make some kind of dialogue.
I am here to help you. What is it that you need to be put at rest? And before you say the death of everyone, I know that's not the true goal. So let's be open and honest with each other.
Uh you instead of you get burn, you get overwhelmed with a barrage of houses burning down.
But why? Like, is it just the destruction of the houses? Are you trying to destroy someone's legacy? Are you like, what's the ultimate goal here?
You get just another barrage of burning. Though this time it seems like the burning it fades kind of into just the suddenly you see like just kind of the sticks, the rough structure, then fades a little bit into an empty plot.
I'll squeeze my hand with some more blood out. I doubt that'll help, but it's worth a try. um, is this about Drew?
Uh you feel a straining to try to understand what you have said, and it just in lieu of it understanding, it reverts back to this now full sequence of burning into the sticks into the foundation and back into just a field over and over again, just almost like being thrown at you, being shoved at you.
Is it about the land?
uh the most that happens is at the beginning of this sequence there is a house fully intact.
Do I recognize the house?
It looks like potentially this house,
Okay.
but then the sequence carries through. But now it's included a fully intact house. And then there's a break for a second, and then there is a house under construction, then a full house, then a house on fire, then a house burned to sticks, then an empty plot, then a field.
You have to know, even if you burn this entire community down, they're gonna build on top of it. Your plan is short-sighted.
You the, the image shifts a little bit to like the house suddenly is there is no scene around the house. It is just the house and the scene plays forward.
Okay, so wait. The latest vision that I got is a house and then other houses are built and then it's burnt and then a house and then other houses are built.
So the
And like
sequence you're getting is a house being built, a house completed, a house burning, a house burnt down to sticks, an empty plot, a field. And that is repeating that same house over and over again. The difference with this newest one, the entire surroundings now have disappeared. It is laser focused on the house. And in lieu of the field at the end of it, there is just black, nothing.
Andrew, I'm trying to level with you because if you can't give me information to help me go to rest, someone will find a way to seal you away and you won't get what you ultimately want. So what is it that you ultimately want?
Uh there first the sequence plays through and it does this rapidly like 10 times. Then the only thing that plays through is the empty foundation and the nothingness. Then there is just nothingness. And just more, almost just a black screen in your mind over and over and over.
Do you get joy out of doing this to the end of the time? Because is that your plan?
You awkward take one harm
Yeah.
as in lashing out with rage at it. The rage, the kind of fire of rage reignites, and you have being like, it's essentially like touching fire as it ignites, right? And you just feel a section of your mind kind of burn with the emotional energy of it. You get a very distinct feeling of a shoulder turning away from you. Uh, and suddenly the cold spot in the basement is boiling hot.
All right, I'm gonna ask one of my tune-in questions. My last
Uh-huh.
one.
Sure.
Who does it consider to be the biggest threat?
Interesting. At the moment, you actually.
Okay. Um. Yeah. All right.
Anything else while you're down here?
This is not a threat. This is a warning. But if you do not help me help you, other people will be here to make sure whatever your plans are never come to fruition. So last chance.
You get back this time a lot less vivid, a lot less as if like there's no direct connection. This is almost like, a shout over the shoulder uh of the empty lot and then the nothingness again.
He'll sigh and just hang his head low and turn to Deb and say, "All right, we can go."
All right, if you say so. You all right
As
there?
the two
My head hurts.
Uh,
the,
yeah,
the
I'll
two of you
look through my
walking
purse,
towards the front
fish out
door.
some Goods headache powder, and hand it to him.
Does that heal me for one?
No. You guys open the front door. Amaros, the scene, like from audience's perspective, is the kid's got his head to the side. He's like holding his head, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if she actually likes me, you know? Maybe she does."
You gotta meet her. You gotta meet her where she's at. You know.
Yeah, but like we're really different. So it's as
Well,
the head turns and immediately the mouth snaps shut, seeing Deb.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I was talking to Devin here.
Devin's gonna be all right. Aren't you, Devin?
Devin, you live in a murder house, and I highly suggest you tell your parents to go on a vacation.
Okay, can I go back inside now?
If you would like to go back into the murder house, please be my guest.
Great. Better than out here with the two murder people. Standing up, running inside. Bye, Amaros.
I see ya.
Door slam shut.
Are you bleeding?
Only a little.
What happened in there?
I opened up a form of communication, and it didn't tell me much more than I already knew.
Well, it was a good try. Should we go to a different house?
I mean, it's this. Huh. I mean, it is the same spirit, but they are technically disconnected. Do you think it'll remember me?
I don't know.
Let's go to the next house.
Sure. As you are walking to the next house, we will, however, pan away to our other two, who are currently. Cam, you've pulled up to the familiar visitor parking for the hospital.
Tons.
Yeah, the visitor parking that you drive by the scorch mark where one of the phones melted uh on the like way up. You see the arm that goes like up and down that lets people in or out is very clearly brand new because that was broken by the bus.
Mm-hmm.
There are still, however, the scrape marks on the divider from the bus as you guys are pulling in. Yeah, you park. You know the what you're looking at, what you're looking for is this is one of those places where like there is a morgue underneath the hospital, right? But the county morgue, or rather not the county morgue, but like the city morgue is probably from a time when they might have serviced more of the whole county. But there's a separate building, still on the same complex, still very nearby, but a much smaller and doesn't have a lot of the like foot traffic that the hospital has. Yeah, you
All right.
take. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm gonna introduce you to Mort. He's been around here for a while. He's look, not a lot of people talk to Mort, and you're gonna kind of understand why. But well, they just haven't been able to get rid of old Mort.
Oh, you remember how I was telling you that I hang out with people who have been abducted by aliens?
Yeah, trust me. It's well, you'll see.
Yeah, you take in the so what is your approach, I should say? You can go through the front. There's not really like a
No,
way or
we're gonna
anything.
we're gonna sneak around to where the bodies are actually brought
Yeah.
into the morgue.
Essentially it's a stair access, right? And you know, like if you wait a second, you'll probably be able to go in when it's key carded, right? But you can wait for somebody and then just slip in past them.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
I
thank you
used
for
to.
opening the door.
Oh, let me get that for you. I used to actually have a key to this place, but I had to give that up. That was not a good day, let me tell you.
Yeah, you walk in, there you know that there's 2 flights of stairs to get down to where you're going. The temperature immediately drops when you go down 1.
Yeah,
Drops further when you
naturally.
get to the bottom of the second. This door is not locked. Though it probably should be.
Yeah, I will just push the door open. Well, I'll make sure that there's not anyone visible while I go
Yeah,
through, which is a crazy thing to
doesn't
say.
seem to be.
All right, yeah, push the door open. Hey, Mort! Good, I got some questions, and I brought someone for you to meet.
You hear a broom fall in a closet down the hall.
He'll be here in just a second, don't you worry. Mort! Maybe I should go get Mort. I'll go get Mort.
Yeah, you walk open. There is a faint impression of a person, and a disembodied voice says, "Oh, come on in."
I try not to have flashbacks about the clown.
You want to bring your friend into my office?
Mort, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, we were gonna
sure.
just use the office,
Yeah.
like with the bodies and stuff, but
Oh no, that's being used.
what? There ain't nobody in there. Oh, somebody's coming then. Okay, yeah, we
Yeah,
should go before. Yep,
yeah.
we
Come
should
on
go
in.
before they notice.
Just close the door.
Mort, my friend
Oh,
Harlow, my friend Mort.
yeah.
Hi.
Hey, who are you?
Harlow, Sherman. I'll stick out my hand.
Okay. Mort. There's no movement. There's just the fit. You're talking to like a smudge in the air, right? Almost like a
Right.
heat mirage.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, Mort's been here for a while. Probably
like
what, 100 something years, Mort? How long ago did you die?
what year is it?
2025?
Oh. Yeah. The form shimmers and gets a little less distinct.
I will lean into Harlow. Yeah, Mort was a medical student back back before the turn of the century actually. He was an older gentleman when he died, and that was a long time ago. Sometimes
Oh.
he
Okay.
yeah, but he knows he's watched every autopsy for the last 100+ years. Knows it never forgets anything he's seen, right, Mort? You remember everything.
Sure.
They've tried to get rid of old Mort a couple times. I tried to get rid of Mort a couple times. It has never
Eh.
worked.
Bad smells though.
He's been here like how long?
Well, I mean, he died 100 years ago, and he was
What?
like, "What? How old were you? How old are you, Mort?"
I don't know.
Yeah, you're like 80 something, right? Yeah, Mort doesn't really know he's dead, Harlow. He just thinks that he's
I saw a
died here.
talkie the other day for the first
He
time.
doesn't like misgender you or anything, does he? He's not
Mort, no,
weird.
Mort's fine. He just
Great,
Eh.
cool. All right. Hey, hi.
Hey. Hey, you.
Hey.
Hey.
Uh, so we have like some specific questions. Where there was a
What?
guy who died.
Yeah.
Andrew Thistle. We
What's the
need
Andrew
intake
Thistle.
name? Andrew Thistle?
yeah
Andrew
Thistle.
Nope.
Thistle.
No Andrew Thistle.
No, Andrew Thistle. They
Nope.
said they brought him in here for cocaine overdose
Cremation.
and
Nope.
for
No
cremation.
Andrew
Although
Thistle.
this
Cremation
isn't
not
much,
here.
right?
That's a different. No Andrew Thistle.
No Andrew Thistle.
Nope.
I would I would like to take this moment.
Any Andrew Harthorn.
Nope. Well, there's been a lot of Andrews.
Yeah, I bet.
Like maybe
Any
like
other recent
270. 73.
Where is the
any
button
other
for this?
recent
Okay.
Thistles or Harthorns?
Nope. Oh, well, what's recent?
Um,
A lot of Hawthorns came through here.
less than 5 years.
Oh. Nope.
Less than 10 years?
Nope.
Helpful.
Sure.
No, that's helpful information.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Cam.
Let's see. I get a +1 for invoking my
Mm-hmm.
my buddy, and
So
can
funny.
investigate a mystery. Yep. Oh, it's even automatically factoring in the +1 for it. Hey, just enough.
Okay. Ask the question.
I feel like I already know the answer. The question I'm asking is, what is being concealed here? I know Andrew. Judging from Mort's answer, Andrew never came through here. He was never brought in for an autopsy. Wasn't maybe even isn't. I don't know. Maybe isn't even dead. But yeah, what is being concealed here?
What is being concealed, you would guess, is probably the manor. Because if there was an official report of some kind, then that was cooked up somewhere. Because that's official. But this being, right, has a perfect recall for who has come through here. And that name did not reach a register. So whatever happened to Andrew Thistle did not involve coming through here. I want a book.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? It's out in my car. I brought it
Okay.
with me. I will get
You
you the
bring
book.
nail and a hammer.
I did not bring a nail and a hammer, and I am honestly a little
Yeah.
terrified to understand why you would
No, I
want one
told
of
you.
the.
I told you.
Did
Nail
you?
them to the wall. Can't read. Can't open. Nailed to the wall.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, for the book.
See
For
it
the
all
book. Oh
sideways.
yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I kept those thumbtacks here. You didn't get rid of them, right?
They
Or-
don't stay.
Well, that is a problem.
Yeah,
What
thick
if we
walls.
tied it to the
Brick.
rack?
Then
What if we
what?
like tied it to a shelf? Maybe that'd. All right. Well,
Can't turn them.
Well, yeah. That is the problem. That is a problem. All right,
You
I'll
got
go
a
get the
book?
hammer and nails. I got a book in the car.
There's a shimmering towards you, Harley. You got a book?
Have you ever thought about a Kindle, Cam?
I mean, it would be impossible for
What's
Mort
that?
here to.
A fire?
Yeah, Mort's not.
I think we could make that work.
I'd like
No,
a
I
fire.
don't. I don't think we could.
I used to sit by fires all the time.
Okay, we're gonna go get that book now, Mort. I
Sure.
will put a hand on Arlo's shoulder.
What's your name?
Yeah,
Hold on.
it's me. It's me, Cam.
Who are you?
Hold on. I hold on 1 second. Hold on here.
Yeah?
Hold on. I
Wait,
got
who's
something for
this?
you. We're gonna have to. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to do another stop, Cam. I'm going to pull out my Ouija board and I'm gonna put it down on the ground for him. So you got something to do.
It's devil magic.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think you want to leave that here, Mort. Like I said,
Oh.
Mort's
Oh,
from
look
a
at that.
long
I can
time
move
ago.
it.
Yeah, there you go. See, look at that.
I'm moving it. Look.
Look at him go.
Well, that
It's
is
just wiggling all around the board.
that. There is the first thing that Mort has touched in over 100 years.
That's
so,
crazy.
Yeah,
touched the
that's
broom.
wild, Mort.
I could touch that broom good.
Well, yeah. I meant thing that ain't
Who are
from
you?
Mort already. I'm getting you your book, Mort. Okay, we gotta
who's
get the fuck
this?
out of here.
Who are you?
Be right back, Mort.
Okay. Who's that?
I time to direct Arlo out
Yeah.
of here.
As
The-
we're
the
walking
planchette
out, I'm
is
gonna
just
say,
wiggling
I
all
think
around
I'm in
him.
love.
You hear from down the hall, you can hear the script scrabbling of the planchette moving around at like rapid speeds all over this board.
That's so... like same, buddy.
Yeah, you hit the stairwell. Cam, there is somebody coming down the stairs as you, and they give you a look. Like that look that says like, I think I recognize you, as they're like,
Yeah, I got my
hey.
I got my ID right here. I
Sure.
am the new
Okay,
and I will fake like I am looking. Oh, you know what? It's actually out in the car.
sure.
But hey, can I ask you? I just want to confirm your records here. You ain't had a cocaine overdose in the last couple of years, right?
I haven't handled like everything. I'm kind of,
Okay,
there's a
you can't like
couple-
check your records. Can I check your records? I mean, I'm just.
I don't know who you are, so no.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I will pull out one of my brand new cards
Uh-huh.
that have my PI firm on them. I'm
Okay.
looking into a suspicious death for a loved one, and
Yeah, you could probably call the office then and do it that way.
oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I've just
Yeah.
been dealing. I'm used to dealing with Mort, and he just kind of
Who?
I don't want to. He's one of the older guys. Okay, we'll be right. Well, I'll do that.
Okay.
You have a good one.
Yeah. Can you put on footies next time? You see gestures down to like the the sterile things you put over your feet.
Sure.
Okay. Opens the door, walks through.
Walk out. Yeah, Mortimer has been here for a long time, and that was actually one of my first jobs while I was here was to get rid of Mortimer, and that didn't work. So ever since then, I have just been keeping Mortimer entertained.
He rules.
Well, that is certainly an opinion.
I mean,
That is
you're. I'm not the one who didn't give him a fucking Ouija board for like I don't know how long you've known him, man. But
that's not going to be there for more than 5 minutes. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, something to do.
I
I mean,
mean,
he's clearly useful, right?
Mortimer does know a lot. Yes, that is something I learned in trying to get rid of him. Is exactly how much he knows. One of the many things that I used to do anyway for the DFA, and a good information source sometime. But 100 years of being a ghost, he was not in the brightest mindset before he became a ghost, and is well, I don't know how a ghost loses their mind, but more it's rough. More used to remember he was dead. Now he don't remember that. So he's a good guy though. He's nice.
But you were just gonna get rid of him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did literally scare one mortician, or not mortician, one medical examiner to death. Gave her a heart attack. That was actually why I was brought in. Yeah, they knew about Old Mort before that, but I mean, I know it wasn't intentional. I don't think, but I don't know. Something about the old guy. He's just not going nowhere. Plus, I figured, I mean, he's been here for over 100 years. Poor guy deserves his afterlife by now, right? That seems a long time to be in a basement with when most folks won't even see him or talk to him.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole thing with ghosts? Like they can't move on until something's been handled for them, and you're gonna get
Oh
stuck for 100 years if you can't have something handled, right?
no, that's the thing. Mortimer ain't got none of that. I don't know what he is. He's just here.
He just likes it.
I mean, this was what he was doing in life. So I think he just sort of died and kept on doing it, not realizing he was dead for a little while, and then he realized it, and that I think is kind of what got to his mind, and now he's forgetting he's dead because I don't know. Okay,
You
but
know,
point is, Andrew didn't come through here, which means there's a very good chance that well, I mean, I guess we can all kind of agree now that there's almost certainly some foul play involved. He wasn't brought here for cremation, but that might have been done at any of the mortuaries.
if
He
it was
didn't
done at
come.
all.
Yeah, if it was done at all. Or
I
I mean, is it possible he ain't even the issue? Well, I mean, you did latch on to a bit of his soul.
see, I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit more like a Hamlet kind of situation, where maybe the ghost of the person who is dead is not necessarily like the person who needs to exact vengeance. I don't know. Something about Drew, besides him just being kind of an obnoxious rich dude, was really rubbing me the wrong way. And I don't really. A friend like he's describing, like he cares about a lot, but there's just not enough, I think. Pieces aren't making sense about how or why Drew is dead or Andrew is dead, and Drew is not, I would think, as forthcoming, even if this is like sensitive, you know? It's an
Is-
unusual death, and we're clearly dealing with like a haunting of some kind. Like it feels weird to say it's not connected.
Yeah. On the other hand, what are we dealing with that has something had to break that soul up into them houses?
Right.
I don't think that's you're not doing that just like mixing the ashes into concrete, right? I mean, I imagine that breaking up a soul, that's got to take some real mojo. I don't know.
Why does this spirit want to burn things? Why is that feel relevant to you?
It does. Yeah. Kind of makes me think of like them places where you have to have a fire every so often to like replenish the soil and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Like I get the feeling even if there weren't no one in those houses that they would still burn, which means it ain't about hurting the people. It's about hurting the buildings. And
right.
there ain't no buildings up yet at the parking lot, which might explain why the compass took us there, but Awkward couldn't sense nothing there because there's no buildings. Nothing had been built yet. Nothing to destroy. You can't burn asphalt. Well, I mean, I guess you could with like something really, really hot, but that's not what
I
we're
think you're
really talking
right.
about, though.
I mean, obviously it's not going to solve the problem, but I'm kind of like mentally in the boat of burn the neighborhood down and put the ghost at ease.
Yeah, I don't think that that's going to fly, Harlan.
That's just my opinion as the only person who's successfully banished even a fraction of the ghosts so far.
Yeah, but I mean, Awkward said it all came back like within a few minutes, right? So I mean, well, I don't know. We got to find the root of this because I mean, I don't, I don't think we can just burn down an entire neighborhood. Plus,
Oh,
we don't know. There may be other neighborhoods like full of people. Like, what do we do with all those people? So, I think I think we're gonna have to keep working at this.
do you think it's to do with the pipes? Maybe that's why it's under the asphalt.
I don't even think there's pipes out there, right? It's just a coming soon. That's just the parking lot for like the workers. That ain't even like the houses aren't going to be built on that place. They're going to excavate, put in the basement, and then build up.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Well, we should go by the county office while we're in town and make sure there's no other properties that Andrew Thistle was planning on developing.
Okay. And while we're out, we need to stop by
Yeah,
Mystic Shop. I need
yeah,
another
great.
Ouija board and two
Yeah.
books. I need to pick up two books.
You know you can get one of those at like Toys R Us, right?
I could get a Ouija board at Toys R Us. I
Yeah.
can get a Ouija board that will help us at a Mystic Shop.
Okay, that's fair. That's you know what? You got me there. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I had Amaro spit into the jar, but that was like everything he's got has got to
That
be
was kind of
holy water,
gross.
right? Like,
But is it? I don't know.
well, it's better than anything else I had going on, so
Well, no, that's
it
fair.
worked.
He is divine, so
Okay, so you are headed to the basically county clerk's office, try to get the official like records, right?
yeah.
Right.
Uh, give me if you want to do a help out, or one of you can do the help out, one you can do the manipulate someone, just to try to get this done expediently, right? Because
Oh,
Yeah.
I can do this expediently as
Okay.
soon as I find my my ability here. Oh, that's specifically for secure locations. Never mind. I will help out.
Uh-oh.
It's
okay, do the help out. So that's a +1. Harlow, give me the
That's a
manipulate someone.
+2, actually.
Right, yeah.
Ooh,
Get
okay.
the special.
Excellent. All right, give me just 1 second
'Cause-
here. Right.
Somewhere in here. There we go. Right there.
Yep.
Okay, and what was I rolling again?
Manipulate someone.
Okay, right.
You're
Oh,
just
there it
trying
is.
to
Okay.
talk your way into getting the public record.
Ah!
Wow.
That is Snake Eyes.
I
Wow.
leveled up.
Good God. Yeah, you get nothing and are actually told to f off.
Okay, well, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
We have been told to leave. I think that qualifies for secure location. Yeah, no, hold on. I really need those. I'm just going to go back there and get them.
So you're doing the Jessica Jones in.
Sure am. I'm going to.
Okay. Because the hard move I'm going to do because of that, right?
Yep,
For you to
yep.
successfully do this, you're gonna roll with a -2.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is already not a good roll.
Because this is a hard move. To be fair, I'm marking off one of the many hard
Yeah, no.
that I've got in my
No.
Oh.
On a fail, pick one.
Yep.
I
Yep.
find what I wanted.
Yep, you do. It's technically true.
I do, however, leave a trace of what I searched, piss someone off, and I am recognized.
Yeah, so what specifically? You get one thing you're right?
Oh boy. Oh boy. I am looking specifically the thing that I will walk out on, or I will walk out with, is the development contracts that are currently under Andrew Thistle.
Gotcha. Okay, and so the
That
one that you
XP, don't mind if I do.
the one you're picking is don't leave any trace of what you searched.
No, the second one. You find what you wanted.
Got it. Okay. And yeah, you by the time you leave, the cops are called. Because
Yeah.
you have just barged your way in, right?
Mhm. Sure did.
What you've got is the official records essentially show that as you get back out in the car, check what you got.
Well, I hand to Harlow so I can drive away while
true.
the cops are coming.
As you sift through, what you get is a couple of things. First, that Thistle didn't have much in town. But the most recent acquisition that Thistle had was a large house that was transferred to him by Drew. You referenced the location, and it was where it seems that Thistle demolished the house and put up a parking lot, which would be the parking lot. You look at the location, that would be where it was.
Okay.
But it was transferred to him by Drew Hawthorne. That's like
And
the
then
most
he
recent.
and then Andrew demolished it.
Yep.
Okay.
Andrew demolished it. Parking lot is there. And that you see that was 3 years ago.
Huh.
It based off of what you see, it looks like it wasn't Thistle didn't buy it, it was given. There was a large house there. You don't have the records for that house or what is going on with it, but you can see the most recent public transaction, especially. Going back past there, it's the only other thing actually is what is called Baywind's development. That was Thistle's first, and it appears only real foray into real estate space.
And that was still at the same location. That's not been like
No, it's where Thistlewind's currently.
Gotcha.
So there's that, and then the most recent one, which you weren't expecting to see, right? You're just looking for like what all is an actual transaction that was just before basically when that broke ground, but it would have been chronologically after they had already for Thistlewind. There's this transfer of property from Drew to Andrew of looks like a fairly large house.
Creepy.
Hmm. I mean we should regroup with the others and let them know what we got. But yeah, that's even just more strangeness.
Who do you think was committing the actual fraud, Andrew or Drew?
Maybe both of them.
But only one of them's dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, not going to jail over a massive amount of fraud is a real motivator. Wouldn't be the first time that we've had human beings just turning on each other. Didn't build nothing. He got given a house, tore it down, and then didn't build nothing.
Is the new development made with any of the like previous materials?
I mean, it wouldn't be code, but if they're committing fraud, what's a little building violation?
Maybe there's some contractors we can talk with. People, I mean, I can imagine that this big old house, like if it were like personal property, I could fathom the people being connected to the development would also be familiar with them personally.
Could be, yeah. I could find out what happened to all the parts of the house when they were broken down.
It wasn't burned down, right? It was just demolished.
Does the paperwork say how the house?
No, it just says demolished. It says demolished, and then with the suggestion that it, became a vacant lot. So it doesn't even look like it had turned into a parking lot, according to Thistle's records.
So
right?
it's still paradise?
Yeah, it's still paradise.
I hate you all.
And that's
someone-
3.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
do you go to meet back up with the group?
Yeah, we should meet up with the group. I got some ideas. We could talk to some folks, but we should meet with the others first. After we get your Ouija
Yeah,
board and your books.
Yeah, I gotta get a Ouija board, and while I'm there, I'd like to pick up a book about like ritualistic fire and potentially sacrifice.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing some occult shit. I'm trying to do some research. I
Mhm.
want to know why arson. It's very specific.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Back to the other group. We'll basically the sequence is if you walk your way in, right? There's that the lady who is home lets you into the basement where the cold spot is. You can do the sequence again, Doug. The thing you
change of
do
plans.
get. Go ahead.
We're going to Drew's house.
Okay. You go to Drew's house. Do you go to Drew's house immediately?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be happening as they are at the morgue.
Okay.
You actually realize you don't know where Drew's house is specifically.
I will ask the lady. Let's say I make the decision as soon as. Wait, why are we wasting our time here? Hey, where's Drew live?
Second biggest one on the end. Well, the second biggest one in the neighborhood. It's second on the end from here.
Outstanding.
Close to the
Thank
front.
you.
Yeah, you head on down. It the house itself is more, other than the size of it, it is decorated a little bit more, at least externally, a little bit more modestly than some of the others. Like potentially you get the vibe, all three of you, especially Deb, probably get the vibe like, oh yeah, this is somebody who might have more money than the others, who doesn't want to rub it in their face since it has to be their neighbor. Also picked the second biggest house. But yeah, you see the house. Awkward. What's your plan?
I'm gonna use the key to walk right in.
Sure. You walk right in, and sitting at the table, like reading a book, is Drew, who blinks and looks at you.
Oh, hey Drew. How are things?
Hey, good. Uh, what? How do you have a key to my house?
Hey, remember how we told you I'm psychic?
Yeah,
Yeah, a fun little trick that I play is I find things that I'm meant to find, and apparently I was meant to find your key. So here,
meaning you stole it from my pocket.
how would I steal it from your pocket? Was I ever close to your pocket?
I don't know, but that's how sleight of hand works, doesn't it?
That is how sleight of hand works, but that's not how my powers work. Speaking of my powers, we've learned a lot in our investigation. Very
Oh,
interesting stuff.
great. Come on in. Who is this? I don't believe I saw you earlier. My name is Drew. You are? Looking at you, Deb.
Oh, hi, I'm Deb. You didn't say
Oh.
he was so handsome.
He smiles. Flattery is a great start. Do you want, I don't know, soda or
Yeah, so that'd be great.
where are the other two? Yes, two of you. Well, Harlow. Where's Harlow?
Harlow's with Cam. They're getting some more
Sure.
information.
Okay, great. I'll be right back then. He steps out. Looks like he's probably going towards the garage.
Hey, we
Oh,
probably should have discussed this before. Oh, I'm sorry. Is he in the room now? Well, he's out.
No, yeah, he looks like he's probably going to like a garage fridge, right?
Uh,
This is Midwest lore here. You got that garage fridge.
when the door to the said garage closes, I'll just like talk to them, say, "Hey, I'm just going to use some of the information that we may or may not have learned to press some information. I'm getting a really bad vibe. Agreed."
Okay, just be careful.
Well, that's what you're here for.
dude went to the garage.
Yep.
Getting as close to the front door as possible and
Mhm.
listening for the start of an engine.
Yeah. No, I think actually you hear something thunk in a way that suggests that something closed. Like you missed the sound of the opening, but that something closed as the door opens back up.
Okay.
So, anything else? You got a moment here. Anything else?
Actually, I am a little thirsty.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Could I see what you have?
Oh, sure. Do you want to? Yeah, help yourself through the door. Big fridge.
I follow his directions.
Yeah, in the garage there is essentially there's all the usual kids shit. But also there is a big like double door fridge over in the corner, and there is a looks like you're not sure what brand, but probably a fairly high end like minivan in here.
Yo. I stop and like start like I'm thinking like, oh wow, Deb would love this.
Yeah, like it looks like it's one of those like Mercedes minivans, those ridiculous like Porsche made a minivan thing, which do exist.
Oh yeah. I guess I investigate a mystery in the garage.
Sure,
Yeah.
you're
I
snooping on a garage.
Yeah, I think now I'm in. He's got a cool car.
Yeah,
I'm like, I just
you
look
looking at his
around, see
car?
there's no one else in here. I'm like, huh. Little snoop. Okay, investigate a mystery. It's a 4.
Dear sweet God.
Everybody's leveling up.
Oh, this is so good for me.
No.
I've got a handful. I'm just storing power.
This fucking
Um,
ghost is going to kill us.
yeah, it's just a really nice car, Amaros. And then you open up the fridge and there's so many fucking options.
Hell yeah.
Like, we
I
didn't know there was this many kind of LaCroix. Why would they even make this many kind of LaCroix?
I grabbed 2 LaCroix and
Yeah.
I checked to see if the van is open.
It is unlocked, yeah. Like,
yeah, I get in.
Yeah.
Driver's seat.
Yeah, you're double fisting LaCroix. You're sitting doing a woo woo behind the wheel.
Are you making engine sounds?
Deb, from the front door, from like your vantage point, doors open and then. Amros, what are you doing?
Okay, yeah. I pretend. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I pretend to drive a little, like how cool it would be, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like me in a sick minivan, Deb in her sick minivan, right? We just rolling.
Okay,
and
time
how
to use
like
one hard move.
okay.
You both hands on the wheel. You forget, like for just a moment, right? You forget, and you pull the wheel really hard to the right, and with your level of strength, right, it's just a little too far, and the wheels as like there's an incredibly loud like you with your strength have pulled the wheel so hard that the wheels have screed. From inside, you see Drew sitting down to look at you, awkward. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on your friend.
Take your time.
Yeah, Amros, you have just had this happen.
Sick. I just my instant reaction is like, oh, I turn the wheel back.
Another as it screes back into place.
Yeah, excellent. I
This is a real Sean thing to do, I want to say.
yeah, yeah. It's whether or not I keep screeing the wheels.
Yeah, keep playing choo choo. That's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm still having a good time thinking about what the possibilities are.
The door opens. There's just a blank stare for a second, seeing you sitting behind the wheel of his car.
I've been thinking about buying one of these.
I'm going to have to ask you to get out of the car and probably my home.
I hop out of the car and look at him and say, "Well, which is it? Hop out of the car or leave the
both?"
Okay.
Yeah, actually, could you go? I think I'm only going to speak with Harlow now, so could you go get the other two and go?
LaCroix?
No. Drew comes walking back in. Amros, do you go with Drew?
Like he's walking to go back to meet with the others, right?
Yeah, he like opens the door and looks at you.
Yeah, I follow him. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got both LaCroix. You're double fisting LaCroix.
I
Different
have
flavors.
both my LaCroix, yes.
There's like strawberry burst and like lemon mint, which sounds disgusting to me, but you know, it's LaCroix. It's gonna barely taste like that anyway.
As I walk in, I say, I'll just be outside.
Yeah, it was unlocked, so it wasn't really breaking in, but he got into my car. Was just playing around, so I think I'm only going to speak with probably Harlow, who I paid, and I would prefer if the rest of you just leave with your friend here.
Yeah, I'd love to. The problem is you and your entire community is
That's
now.
great. I am going to have to ask you to leave, and we could discuss this with Harlow potentially, but
I mean, I can talk to you outside if that would make you feel more.
I would really prefer you not escalate. It's getting a little uncomfortable. I've asked you
Okay.
to leave.
Yeah. Assuming you don't have any problem with me going to the cops about the murder of Andrew, his name, Thistle,
If you know anything
and
about
whatever involvement you had in it, then yeah, I'm
you're
happy to leave.
saying by all means, if you know something involving Andrew's death, then you should be reporting it to the cops before me.
Well, seeing as it has to do directly with you, I figured out. But yeah, I can go
No,
straight to the
just
cops.
report it to the cops first.
Sure. Whatever makes you happy.
I'd love to hear about it later, just not you or your friend. I suppose I'm lumping you in by he looks sort of sheepish at you, Deb. Just it's feeling a little weird.
Well,
You came into my house
listen.
with a key that you stole. You have
That didn't steal,
barged
you
in
lost.
a key that you stole. I think that I need all three of you to leave, or I will have to call the cops, which I would really rather not do. So could you just go before my kids get home?
Two
At
things
this
as I'm
point,
walking out.
at this point, you hear barking from the backyard, and I need to let my dog back in. So just could you go?
Two things as I'm walking out. I'm not saying anything to him. Let me just read you. All right. So with Jinx, the target loses something that you will. Do I have to specify thing, or do I have to be very specific?
You have to be specific, I think.
Okay. I can't say like any documentation related to. I have to be like the deed to.
Yeah, you would have to stipulate. So before you stipulated car keys, right? Or not car keys,
Yeah.
house keys.
Yeah. In that case, real quick, I am going to sensitive him first to get a brief feeling of where his mind's at currently in relation to what I said, not in relation to Amaros shenanigans. Hey, 8. Hazy impression.
Here's the problem. He seems alarmed, but you don't know if it's from what you've said. You don't know if it's there's too much noise, right? There's several reasons to be alarmed, but there is alarm there.
Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know enough to specify anything for Jinx, so I'll leave that alone. Wait, no, I have to have it. Never mind. Literally. I'll just take his house keys again. um,
Harlow, by the way, you get a text saying your friends have just broken into my home while I was and then your other friend sitting in my car. So I prefer if we just communicate the two of us more, in a more professional capacity.
I text back my apologies, and I delete the frowny emoji that I typed in at first.
Yeah. You get another thing that to you is crazy without context, which is if you have any, like, sorry, it says if you have any information which would be helpful to the police, report it to the police before you report it to me. Which, again, you have no fucking context for why he would be sending you that so furtively. But it seems very emphatic.
Question about
Yeah.
jinx. Can I
Uh-huh.
jinx him, hold one, and then later determine the thing that he loses?
You can jinx him and basically hold the jinx and then later use it. Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna jinx him.
Okay, as long as you write that down, because I might forget.
Hey, holding 2.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
love that we
Anything?
pull up to Thistlewoods and it's like, where are they? What happened? We were
Yeah,
at this
so
house.
so this is happening. You get the text, Harlow, as you're leaving the morgue to go to retcon back in time a little bit. You get that text. So you proceed to go buy what you need, get ready, and then head toward Thistlewinds, right?
Hold on. Sorry, I just had a light bulb went off. Cam, this is the second noble house of like the weird like arcane touched weird shit in Beeman Bay where the building is just like eradicated.
It is? Hold on.
Yeah.
I got this. Oh, you mean the stairwell?
Yeah. And Awkward's family, like, wait, hold on, I don't remember if that's the shit we know. Hold on, I don't know.
I don't know how much Awkward is. I know Awkward has told you that his parents were wealthy, or
Okay, yeah, then
rather that that his great grandparents were wealthy and his parents were coasting off of the last of it. I think is how
okay.
he
I
phrased it.
I don't know. I don't know how much I might actually know, so I'll pull back on that one.
That's
But
a good question, Doug. We'll open it up to you because how much of your lineage would you have told the group? Not just in on screen, right, but off screen. How much would they know?
Yeah, he would know that they were founders. That the family was very wealthy. He's upset at his parents for squandering the wealth. I doubt he knows why. I'm sorry, I doubt they know why. I don't think he went into specifics about that. Um, and he knows he hasn't seen them in a very long time and has no interest in seeing them. What are you talking about? And I can say yes or no if I'd said it on or off screen.
I think the core question, assuming I'm not mistaken, was do they know that your family is one of the founding, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then definitely, yeah.
So the answer is
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. And do we know if you grew up like here, like in a house around here?
Um, yeah, I don't think he would have told you specifically where unless you asked, and he wouldn't have
Right.
withheld that information, but he definitely would have said he grew up in like his family home here
Okay.
and then left when he was an 18, has no idea like what happened to the house, has no interest in going back.
Gotcha. Okay. I think the what Harlow kind of reflects on then with Cam is these two exterminated houses and what kind of feels like we're seeing what might be a dwindling weird end of another line, plus this whole weird thing with Awkward's visions about his family constantly. And like how those things are connected to the weird arcane shit happening. Might be coincidence. Just a pattern.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I mean, it is Beeman Bay. There's all kinds of weird stuff here.
Like people vanish, but this is like not only lineages, but these structures that are also these institutions that are being physically and then metaphysically completely destroyed, atomized.
I mean, it
Anyway, we
certainly
might have to
ties
see
them
some more before I really settle down on whether or not that's a real thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you're right that there's a greater connection. I don't know if it ties to this particular case, but there's definitely that is not a coincidence that I really am going to accept as just plain old coincidence. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem.
And
Well, it just doesn't
what's
seem like coincidence. You know.
yeah, and what's being left is being asked to be. Wait, okay. Drew sent Andrew the house. Andrew destroyed the house. Drew is left with the development after Andrew's death, and the spirits want the development, which is now Andrew. Drew's. Fuck.
You
They
know, we
want
can
that
just like
destroyed.
call them by their last names. We can just
You're
be
right.
like,
Yeah, but the Heartthorn thing is also kind of hard for me. The Harthorn, that's also hard.
I mean, you can just call him Hawthorne. He ain't here. He ain't going to get mad. And if he
Hey,
does, I mean,
hey,
there's
hey,
a chance that he like
Cam, come
maybe
on, Cam.
murdered someone.
We call everybody by the name they ask.
Well, I mean, if we were calling by the name he has, that'd be Drew. But I'm just saying his last name. Like he ain't gonna get mad if we pronounce it wrong.
Anyway, what are
It's
you
just
saying?
it's a family name. You know, it's not a big deal.
Handing back over. Awkward. I'd like you to do a hunches.
Okay. Come on, now's the time. Does any of my plus ones go into this? From tuning?
No.
Ah, bitch. 8. You get there late in time to intervene, but not prevent together.
Okay. You need to be to the library right now.
Yeah, I'll just. Are we in the car or are we walk into the car?
Probably you're just leaving the house.
Just before we leave the house,
Yeah, Deb,
I'm
that's
gonna
right. You
I'm gonna ask awkward. Say, you wanna leave Mr. Hawthorne his key?
Oh, I gave it back to him already.
Very well. Mr. Hawthorne, I'm terribly sorry. I'm afraid the incident with the car was probably my fault. I've been teaching Almaros how to drive, and if you look out the window there, you'll see he's been learning in that minivan. He's become quite fond of them, so I'm sure his excitement just got the better of him. I'm terribly sorry. I hope you don't hold it against us, although I understand why you'd want your privacy in the moment. I'm sure we'll see you soon, and hopefully we'll all be better behaved when we do. As I walk out, or after I walk out and close the door, I have a very specific investigate a mystery that I'd like to do, which is I'm looking for that fake rock that's a hide key because I want to take the fucking key from it.
Yep. Roll +1 on this.
Okay.
There's a very specific reason why, which I'll explain. Okay. The question you're looking for is like what is being concealed, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. In fact, easier to spot than it would be because it's been moved recently.
Okay.
Because Awkward took a key was required to get in. The hide a key rock has been moved and placed back, right?
Mhm.
Once he was home. And so it made it easier for you to find. You could see it. And there is a spare key under it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a spare key.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I know where the hide key is. I don't need to take the spare key.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
there's
I
something
can-
you
I
know about him,
consider it-
right? He
Right.
got home and he put the key there after he got inside.
Right.
Like, so
Well,
fairly
I mean,
good odds either he has another somewhere in there or,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and he's got kids. Like, it makes sense. That's
Yeah.
why I know he's got that hide key somewhere. So, yeah. Like,
Okay,
I
but you
think for a
clocked it, you know
moment,
where
I
it
think
is.
for a moment about taking it, but then go through all that in my head, and I'm like, no. Like, I can get back in here if I need to.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep. Sounds good. As we exit, you get that overwhelming feeling, I have to be to the library.
Yeah, I'll just kind of stop in my tracks and remain still for a second, and then immediately like reach out my hand, possibly, but not meaning to, and just saying library.
What about the library?
We have to be there now. We may be late already. We have to go now.
Take my hands.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Both of you or just Awkward?
Oh, well, I hold my hands out to Deb and Awkward.
Oh my God, I'm gonna jinx him. Okay, here we go. Please don't fail. Please don't fail. Okay, cool. Cool. He gets a +1 going forward.
10
Okay,
feet, 10 feet.
I
10
take
roll that
Omarosa's
roll.
hand.
Okay. Awkward, you coming?
Yeah, I'll grab your hand.
Okay, cool.
And you feel a little tingle.
Okay.
Ooh. Cool. I holding hands. I like bring us to take a step forward, and we cross through the threshold. I'm trying to teleport us to the library. So I get a +1. It's a 9. Okay.
So what does
9
that
is still
mean?
not super great though, guys.
Oh God.
On a 7th or 9, you don't quite manage it. Either you are all separated or you all appear in the wrong place.
Yeah.
If we're separated, do you still get to the library?
I don't know. Maybe we do. That could be one of the outcomes.
Deb, you appear sitting in the back seat of your car.
Mm-hmm.
Amros, you appear on top of a mountain.
Sick.
Awkward, you appear in front of the library by yourself.
Yeah, he's gonna go. You did. Fuck.
Just a quick question. Omaros, how many times have you done this with Deb before? Like, how likely is it that Deb, this is either a new experience or a very familiar experience for Deb?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd let you know for sure. Like, hey, I can teleport, you, but it is a little tricky with 2 people.
Okay, that's
right?
enough. Like, Deb is immediately in the backseat of her van and just like pinches the bridge of her nose, slides the door open, walks around to the driver's seat, and then steps on the gas for the library.
Amros, you're on top of a mountain. The good news for all of us, the good news for all of you is that I'm crossing out a hard move. The the bad news, Amros, is you will yourself to move again, and nothing happens.
Oh no.
So you're just looking at you realize you are where you have a cabin up here, and you're where the cabin used to be. You turn around to look, and there's no cabin here. The view is really
Yeah.
nice, but
Yeah, it's like that moment of
Dude.
I'm like, yeah, go.
Good thing Ambrose took that extra LaCroix.
yeah, you've got LaCroix in the pocket of your robe.
I mean, the first thing, of course, is a shout like "Hello," because thinking like, did they teleport
hello,
nearby?
hello, hello.
I shout their names.
You look at your phone, no reception.
Oh, no bars. Um, yeah, I get excited about the idea of maybe my old
Mhm.
cabin is here, and when I walk to it, it's just the overgrown
Yeah.
space where something like, oh right, that was like hundreds of years ago.
uh-huh.
Well, I crack the LaCroix and I walk up to where the like whatever cliff edge is nearby and kind of like sit for a bit and just enjoy the view as
Yeah.
I reach my hand out to see if Artemis appears for me to
Yeah,
pet.
Artemis basically does the always like, one tail wrapped around your back as walks from behind you. Like it's the camera pan, right? As she appears.
Yeah, I just start petting her head and just, oh, I'm having such a day.
She hops into your lap indignantly, as her paws get kind of wet.
Yeah, excellent, cool. I'm hanging
Uh,
here for a sec.
yeah, so you two would be over here somewhere. Awkward, you appear in front of the library. A fire truck is pulling up to your right. What else do you do?
Is the library on fire?
You don't know. You don't see anything, but a fire truck is literally in the process of pulling up. You could see it like down the street. It's about to pull up in front of the hydrant.
I am looking at the library to see if there are spiritual influences that look familiar to me.
There are lots of spirits in the library, but not the one you're looking for.
All right. And well, I know I have to go in the library, so let's go in the library.
Okay. The
He's
other
gonna like
two
he's
of
gonna
you start
breathe
to
a couple
drive
times like
towards Thistlewinds. So you'll be like here. Okay, go ahead, awkward. I cut you
kind of
off. Were you
frozen
saying?
emotion for a second.
Oh,
What?
okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a second. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he just breathes like a couple times as he like hypes himself up. Don't move, and then eventually he's in.
Yeah, you walk in and you could see a little bit of smoke on the ceiling. The fire suppression system has kicked in everywhere else. It's not water, it's this basically gas that is
Mm.
putting out that is everywhere else but that corner. And in that corner, you realize with a sinking feeling, you know exactly what, which is it's the corner that has all of you've spent a lot of time there actually looking at like family biographies, at histories, right?
Mhm.
And that's where the smoke is coming from.
Awesome. Uh, there's something I can do about this. I guess sensitive is probably my best option. Maybe investigate a mystery. And there's no
Okay.
spirit that looks familiar on the inside.
No, there's lots of spirits though, just not that one.
Yeah, investigate
Like,
a mystery.
okay.
Holy shit.
Okay, so you get some very specific questions as you're running toward that part of the library.
What happened here?
Uh you get close and you could see somebody started a fire.
Who is that somebody?
You look around, you don't know, but you got here in time, so it's 7 to 9. I gotta verify with hunches real quick.
Yeah.
This will be, then we're gonna end right after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, in time to intervene but not prevent it altogether. You can see there in the corner there is somebody has underneath one of the bookshelves. You could see it hasn't completely burned. Somebody has put what's essentially like a bag full of those like party pack of potato chips,
Mhm.
and they have rigged it with several fires. And so you could see the plastic beginning to melt on the outside. But a fire has started enough to catch pretty well the bookshelves around it. You got another question?
I do. I just don't know, like, if because like they would kind of have to change a bit, and I don't know.
Well, with investigative mystery advanced, I'm pretty sure you just get to ask me any question.
Technically, I
Like,
did that with who was the person who started.
yeah, I can tell you, you don't see who it was, but you know it was a human. This is not magical. That I
Does
can
where
give
did
you.
it go? Does that apply to the person? Like, where did they go?
Sure, yeah. I think as you stand there staring at the fire, we reach a split decision for, which is in front of you, books are burning. You could see where the fire was started, and not all of the books over there are burnt yet. To your right, you see very faintly, not very faintly, you can see the one of the emergency doors closing.
um, let me read something real quick, and then I'll make a choice. So for Jinx, does the target have to be a person?
Yes,
Damn it. Okay. Um,
it has to be a person you can see as well.
oh, lame. Right. I'm gonna go after the person.
Okay. You seeing the fire, looking towards the door, you make the call. As you turn to run, and the camera pans so that we see the fire to your right and then the fire behind you as you are running through the stacks trying to get to the door. That is the scene that we will end this session on. Sorry we ran a little bit long, but that is a great stopping point. So let's move to end of session questions to see how well some of you power. Did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
Did not.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No.
No.
Yeah. Did we learn something new and important? Quite a few things, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we learned, I don't know, just the usual lot of things. And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunt?
I mean, first appearance of Mort.
Yeah, true. We learned a little bit more about Cam's like work here through Mort. And Mort also qualifies as something important about the world, certainly about the setting. So that one alone probably is twofer.
Cool.
And yeah, I think that puts us then at one experience for everyone.
Hooray.
Like I said, sorry for going long a little bit. I wanted to let you guys talk during the talkie scenes
I
while
was happy.
still.
I didn't want this one to end.
That's fair. I also wanted us to get to a good stopping point where, we're looking forward to seeing how it resolves.
I have mechanical questions about moves and such.
Indeed. What do you got?
Okay. because I have not picked an advancement since like the last time